Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Front Runner Football Podcast Derby edition. We piloted this last week just to see what it would be like having the vibe of watching a derby or a local match with some expertise in the studio. And I am surrounded by that in terms of a brains trust that I can look into this fixture with. So I'm going to start off by introducing them one by one. Coach Ian Garoa joins us. Thank you for coming back after last week, Coach. I heard you had such a great time.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
We have Mr.
Nice
Christopher, just like the drum bongo, joining us in the studio as well. Yes,
to make
make noise.
Lot of noise.
And then we have also Mr. Shakes Pule Ramperi joining us in the studio as well, having opined and watching the game last night. I saw your impressions on that as far as the game was concerned between Supersport United and Bidvest Wits.
Yeah.
And I guess it's a good place to start because in essence, Supersport did a favor there for Kaizer Chiefs by beating Wits, who are a part of that leading pack at the top of the table. Wits, having done well in Africa, came back now into the league and couldn't... I mean, it was a kick in the teeth type of result in the dying throes of the game.
It was. I mean, Bidvest was dominating that game. Like, I think for me it was really harsh because they're dominating the game. Supersport stayed in it. I think the plan went according to plan because of they played on Tuesday and then Wits played last on Sunday, and then next thing you know, one moment of brilliance from Mudiba, cross in, and then Sipumbule scores. But I think for me, what I noticed about that game was, I think I had to be honest and say, I don't think that Wits squad is good enough.
Right.
Wow.
I think for me, it's I've gotten to a place where I'm like, maybe they will finish top 5, perhaps, but it's do I consider them as chasing the title and they're going to threaten Chiefs and threaten Sundowns? I don't think so. I really don't think so. I think teams can go to Wits and think they can win.
I a little bit disagree with you. When
Really?
it comes to Wits. Yeah. When you look at the way when they win, I know the coach have something. Maybe it might say, Wits they never target Chiefs, Pirates, Sundown, Supersport for them to win the league. They are very, very tough against other teams. That's why they collect their 3 points. But what Wits does not do well for the past 3 seasons, I don't know what's happening though. They can't win at home.
Yeah, they can't. That's what I'm also
At home
noticing.
is
They can't win at home.
But when you look at their record away from home, it is an incredible record. And I still believe Bidvest, it is one of the front runners. Remember, this is only their 7th game. They've got 2 games. They come from the continent, and of course, the euphoria of scoring 6 goals.
That's my thing. My argument was the fact that they came from scoring 6 goals against a team. Confidence is high. You're playing at home against a team that had less time to rest, and then on top of that, you dominate in the game, and you're not putting those chances away. And then Supersport grabbed 3 points, and I've just seen it too many times where Wits play and for some reason they don't look on top of it for some reason. And even the game against Pirates where it was 4-3 that they won, I just saw a lot of issues that were in Wits, and I asked myself the players that they have, because they've got some good players. I think Klatwayo's quality, Ricardo Goss was impressive last night for me, but then I just think overall the squad, when you look at overall, I don't think they have. For example, Chiefs, you can name Manyama, you can name Biliat, you can name Castro, you can name Nekovic, you can name players that can change the game. And I don't think Wits have too many game changes for me. I just really feel they don't. And that's why I think they're not going to finish top 5, yes. But do I consider them title contenders? No, unless January business is done.
Okay, well, here we go. We're having a look now at these 2 teams lining up for this one. Orlando Pirates coming into this one in terms of their form. It's you have people who are individuals doing well, like the likes of Mango now getting a bit of a thank you for his contribution with a start. Coach, I mean, you could say that he had a bit of a selection poser, but some of those decisions were made for him. Happy Jelle getting the red card last week. Now he has to shuffle his pack. Do you think he has depth? Because Chiefs showed us this week that they actually have depth when they rotated the entire squad to still get 3 points.
I think there are 2 things, depth and tactics, which the coach will use on this particular day. I think looking at the past games, which both teams met, I thought their respective coaches did well. Chiefs, the coach took out Katsande and probably showed an intent of playing with 5 strikers up front, 5 attacking players, and that for me was something which I had to look at and say, listen, I think Middlesbrough really wanted to win this game. on one end, Rulani also was one mention down, and he did brilliantly. His organization was good, and also coming back from a 1-2 goal deficit and equalizing and probably losing in the penalties. But I thought the coaches, both of them, did very well the last game.
Okay, cool. So if you're following us on YouTube or if you're also watching on Twitter, please be sure to join the conversation. We're an open book. Whatever comes in, we'll get the panel just to address as the kickoff has just started about 20 seconds into the match. And I guess now the eyes will be firmly fixed on Rulani Mokoena, Christopher Bongo. Here's the coach now. He's getting his second derby. Wasn't able to, he got a bit of a lifeline in that one. The sending offs will have people maybe thinking that it wasn't all his fault. But now, here we go. What is that? The worst start possible. Goal.
For me,
Within a minute.
Forget about the goal itself. And this is a captain and Nyauza. And made a mistake, and the goal's been considered. For me, his reaction is telling a big story. As a captain, stand up, put your hands up, and say, "It's happened," and play.
Still early.
Yes, very on. Yes,
going in the floor. It is the first minutes. The game still have the whole 90 minutes. It's a game in the floor. You stand up. Don't do this. Yes, it was no pressure, nothing, but it just. To show they're nervous.
But I mean, also, is it the lack of communication between
him and Sandilands?
Yeah, him and Sandilands.
No, he didn't call for the ball. If he calls for the ball, then he knows that I've got it, but he doesn't call.
Wow, that is.
He doesn't call.
Bad.
No, the goalkeeper called for the ball.
Did
he call?
I think the first header, which comes here for Maela, it was for the goalkeeper. Maela did not know there is a player behind him, and that it was just. I didn't think he passed the goalkeeper. The ball hit him in the head and goes. But the reaction, this is not what you want from a captain.
So as for like the communication between Sandilands,
but looking at it, I think the goalkeeper, this is his area.
Yes. He must make the most noise.
My ball make the noise.
Yes.
And probably Nyauza would have been aware that
exactly.
It's goalkeeper's
He's got
ball.
it.
He's got it. Yeah. So
but I mean, there's already for some reason there's Maela and there's Nyauza already. Did he have to be that far out? Sandilands already. Did he have to be that far out?
He's coming to collect.
Yeah, he's coming to collect.
Like Coach Ian says, it's my area.
It is my area.
I'm allowed to come out.
Yeah, I guess so. You're right. You're right.
I'm allowed to
he
come
has
out.
to boast that area. And anyway, before the game also, I thought Happy Jelly not being there, I think they will lack that.
The coach didn't seem to think so, Coach. He said we have depth. We have lots of players here at Pirates.
You can have depth, but I'm talking of
Leadership.
Stability and leadership.
Yes,
leadership. You can have depth. Anyone can play because that's.
Ooh, whoa!
So
almost equalized.
Yeah.
Almost equalized there. Makaringe, his shot going off the post there. Okay.
I tell you, this is the worst thing that could have happened to Pirates for conceding so early.
Yeah.
But I mean, look, they can still come back.
Well, it could have been the best. Because it might spur them into action as well.
Perhaps.
It might spur them into action. Can't sit back now.
Kaizer Chiefs, the best thing they've done this season was their defense, but that was poor defending.
No doubt.
The second ball must be clear out immediately as the ball came in. But wow, it hit the cross. It is tough.
I think let's see how Pirates will react. I think we still got time. It's only 3 minutes gone. I think Pirates really have to dig deep and
the game's still big.
Yeah,
but I mean, you see that front line of Pirates, and it's strong. Eh? You got Makaringo, you got Mango, you got Lodge.
Yes.
I mean, those are players that.
Can we kill it? Kaizer Chiefs played 10 games, only considered 5.
Of course.
Oh, wow.
Of course.
So that means at the moment they're the best defensive team in the league.
They are the best defensive team in the league.
Even though they're equal to teams like Bidvest, where it only plays 6 games, but
Right.
they are strong. And this comes from Steve Compella time. Compella time, it was already the best defensive team.
Yes.
Even though they had 12 draws the whole season, so they had a problem scoring. But going back is not bad.
And how is everyone now realizing how important Daniel Akpe is? People, didn't see enough of him to be convinced of his quality when he was at Chipa. Now he comes here to Chiefs. Maybe the expectation, the pressure, showing that he's a BMT kind of man. Now he's showing us his best performances.
True. That the thing is with him, he was really good at Chipa. That's the thing. He was a really good goalkeeper. He came to Chiefs, and then there were a few errors that he made, and unfortunately,
In the beginning.
in the beginning, he made a few
season.
errors, and people were just like, no ways, this can't be Kaizer Chiefs' goalkeeper, and people kept on chanting for Kuna and stuff. But big performance for him last weekend against Orlando Pirates. Made 2 saves, in the penalty shootout, which was really great. So it's actually getting to a point that this season he's been so good for me that you sort of ask yourself, does Kuna walk straight back in once he's fit? I don't know if Kuna walks back in anymore.
I don't think you can do that to a keeper who's performed
also
like that.
with Kaizer Chiefs, the benchmark has been set by Kune.
Yes.
So whatever goalkeeper comes in, there's always a benchmark.
That's true.
Of what a good goalkeeper is. And obviously when Agbe came in, that wasn't the case. But I
Exactly.
think slowly he has come up. And the game against Sundowns, I thought he was my man of the match.
No doubt.
I think he did very well.
No doubt about that.
Yeah.
I'm looking at, I think just what we're talking about, it is what Orlando Pirates are doing. It looks like they want to shoot from distance. Maybe they've got the information that is not a good shop stopper or is good in the reaction. So this is the second time I see Orlando Pirates trying to shoot from distance.
Do you think maybe,
Also-
Chris, it comes from the fact that Chiefs scored early, so they're trying to try
put
to
them
score
under
as early
pressure,
as
yeah.
possible?
It will be a mistake.
No,
Yeah.
but Chris, what Chris is saying makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Now, let me tell you now. If you look at him, he is weaker on his right-hand side.
Okay.
Yes.
And Maringa, where did he take his shot? On the right-hand side. If you watch the game last week again, Maringa hit the post again from the right-hand side. So
Oh.
I'm sure they have that information that maybe is probably weak on his right-hand side.
Right
side.
side. Okay.
That's actually a good.
That's good intel.
That's a good point.
And I guess that's the benefit of playing the same team a week later.
Yes.
That you can just
Yeah,
look at the
and-
video and kind of pick it apart and see what to the areas of weakness where
Yeah.
apply pressure.
What you said the danger will be if Orlando Pirates react to that goal. They shouldn't. That goal, it should be forgotten.
Right.
It was a goal scored in the beginning of the match.
Right.
It does not exist. Continue playing the game the way. Because if you react, all your plan goes...
Goes out.
Well,
out
that's
window.
one would argue that plan has gone out the window.
It shouldn't.
It shouldn't.
You have 90 minutes to play. We're forgetting this is about 3 points, guys. It is a derby. It is an important game, but it is about 3 points.
Sure.
Kaizer Chiefs, they are pretty at the top. 1 point for them is good enough. Orlando Pirates, 1 point is not good because where they're sitting, teams can pass them. And they might find themselves in a 12th position tonight.
Yeah, they actually might find them after if they lose this.
Yeah.
If they lose this game as well.
Yeah.
So it's about 3 points.
And that's the thing. I think that's the magnitude of this fixture. It's Rolani's lost games. Rolani hasn't won games. But if he loses this one again after Telkom knockout,
Right.
the pressure is immense. The pressure is super immense.
Here's the question I've been asking people to give me an answer because I don't know. What people believe Rolani should do? Because this is the same squad plus other that finish second
Yes.
in 2 seasons, consecutive 2 seasons.
Yes.
What people believe Rolani should do that he's not doing?
Well, doesn't it boil down to people asking the exact same question in that why would you undo what was such a good foundation?
Well, they
with
bought
Mitchell?
16 players. Rolani did not buy them.
No, for sure. But he had some say. Surely he had some say. No.
No, not at Pirates.
Not only Pirates in South Africa. You are a coach. You have been. You were there when they got the star.
Yeah.
You don't.
But to an extent, listen, I want to say I was coach at Sundowns, and to an extent, they ask you your opinion.
Right.
We are going want that player.
What do you think?
I
Yeah.
know they asked me about what's his name. He went to Cape Town City and retired there. What's his name?
You went to Teko Modise.
Teko Modise.
Yeah, they asked you about Teko.
They asked me, Ian, what do you think Teko Modise
Yeah.
if we get him? I said, no, I think he's a good player. You add value to the team.
Sure.
So to an extent, I think a coach must have some input.
So
Yes.
Not exactly say,
I want that one.
Maybe
Yeah.
the question is, do they ask you, do you need Teko Modise? Was that the question?
no, it
You
wasn't.
see.
So he was
Oh,
going
it was
to
the
get
what
what
do you
anyway.
think?
Yeah,
that-
what do you think?
We're gonna get him
What do you
anyway.
think?
Yes.
Yeah.
What do you think?
What do you think? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, but I could have said he's not good enough. So I don't think
but-
he's the right person.
this you see, in the derby like this, I know a referee will say, no, it is a big game, give a yellow card, or this is almost a red card. Let's see the replay, but for me, Katsande was very reckless there.
But let's see again. I mean, we're gonna have this conversation. It
But
seems
see,
to
they
come up
give,
with the
they give a yellow
referees.
card because it is a big game.
Yeah.
Just like the last game when what's his name?
The stamp on
stamp
billiards.
on
Someone
Of
come with
course.
billiards yes, in the talk of
Yeah.
knockouts.
That was a red
A
card.
red card.
It's
yeah.
beautiful when you're a football player. You hit somebody, but you feel
You feel
talk
the pain
about-
as well, eh?
Well, you lie about
Yeah,
it.
Is that- oh,
you
is that
feel
what it
the
is?
pain,
That's a
right?
lie.
I also felt a collision
I
as
think
well.
it was reckless. Look at it.
No, no.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
That was reckless.
That is a
Guys,
straight red card.
That's a straight red.
That's red, guys.
That's a straight
that's
red.
straight red.
guys.
That's
How
a
is that
straight
not
red.
a red
That's
card?
a red card.
That's a red card.
Let's see what the ref will say.
Yellow card. He brought yellow card out.
Wait, he brought a yellow card out?
Yes, yellow card.
Okay. I think it's lucky.
Wow.
Nah,
That's a
Lucky.
yellow?
straight red.
And you know what's funny? Also, throughout this season as well, officials have been under a lot of pressure,
Right.
In terms of them getting offsides wrong, in terms of decisions like that as well.
And
This-
for some reason, Makaringa has always a problem with his knee.
oh, I mean, he caught him.
Square, hey?
That is
the thing is that his foot wasn't planted.
that almost.
If
he's gone.
Macarena
He's not-
if Macarena had landed, his
landed.
landing had got him.
And he had
He
got
was
not
broken.
playing.
Yeah, he
He's
was
gone.
broken.
He was broken.
He's out. He won't
broken.
play.
No, guys, the ref.
He's
got
gonna
him.
push himself because the body's still hot.
I think what
But he
what,
is red.
what
This is red.
what the
He's gone out.
the Kaizer Chiefs coach need to do, take him out.
Take him out, huh?
Take him
Yes. I think maybe at halftime he'll probably
Yeah,
take him out.
take
But
him out.
but
He's
still,
out.
there's still another 35 minutes to go.
No,
So
but he should take him out. For me, any other mistake with the way Katsande plays,
Yes.
the referee, he's now on the edge, so he's not gonna give it to the team to say, "Listen, I'm on a yellow card."
Yeah.
So
But and that's the thing. I mean, that's the Pirates can concede a goal early on, but it's
Yeah.
just as bad having a character like Willard Katsande getting a yellow
Yeah.
so early on in the game.
and for some reason, Willard Katsande has never got a straight red card in his career.
that's
Wow.
strange, huh? I mean, if you look at
The
those,
red card he
He
got
should
was
have gotten
2
one
yellow
now.
cards.
He should have gotten one now.
I still want to. You see, for the past 2 months in South Africa, after every game, post-match talk is dominated by referee's decision.
yes.
So, and Safa is doing nothing about it because this is Safa's forte because the referees belong to Safa.
For sure.
And when I was working in the FIFA, this is when the technical director of a football association should call the coaches to do another workshop.
Yes.
It's a big game, it's a pressure game,
Yes.
but a red card is a red
A
card.
red card is a red card.
Red card is a red card.
Yeah, I mean, I know he's trying to sort of protect the derby. It's still early, but that is a straight red card. That
Wow.
Arsenal goalkeeper got a red card in the final of Champions League against Barcelona.
in
the
yes,
first minute.
It doesn't
yes,
matter. A foul is a
exactly.
foul.
Foul is a
It
foul.
shouldn't,
Foul is
it
a
shouldn't
foul.
matter what time in the game it comes.
Exactly.
Now Orlando Pirates 1 goal down, and the influential player going
down.
forward
Yeah.
is down. He's gonna force himself to play,
Yeah.
but he is in a big trouble. He is in a big trouble.
This is bad.
It was a better.
Ah, man. You
no,
see,
that's
once again,
also
unfortunately,
high
we don't
foot.
want to speak about the referees,
Yeah.
but they thrust themselves into the spotlight.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's also every
You know,
week.
they do it to themselves. They do it to themselves.
So Orlando Pirates are doing what they should be doing: field the ball,
Yeah.
pass it around, and then make Kaizer Chiefs to believe that the belief still there. They're still pushing, and in the center of the park, your first touch mango should be perfect.
Yes.
He's the kind of player who doesn't have the best of first touches, but
Gabadino Mango.
playing.
You
to
want the ball in
fit
front of him.
Yes,
Yes.
that's it.
Yeah, but where is coming deep in the middle to collect the ball?
Yeah, that's my problem. He should stay up front.
Stay up
Mm,
front.
stay up
Yeah.
front. That's true.
So you see, I like the Brazilian. Now that Macarenga is in the field,
Yeah.
what they will do is they will keep knocking him slowly, because they know he's going to be slow. This is a dangerous player.
Oh.
This boy is a dangerous player.
Nikovic. Huh?
Djokovic, huh?
He's a very smart.
But he came in South
forward as
Africa
well.
to work.
That's true, eh?
He didn't come here to play.
To
He
play
came
around,
here
eh? Yeah, no. Gabadinho Mango now with
Dangerous in
possession.
this
Dangerous
situation.
player.
Oh, what
that was a
an
great
interception.
interception.
What
But
an
a great
interception.
pass as well. Great ideas. That's
Good
What's your
decision
guys'
making
thoughts on Cardozo, guys?
there.
Solid.
Perfect.
Solid
Reliable.
defender.
Playing that position.
You know, some
Reliable as
people
well.
who do the basics well and don't overcomplicate things.
Yes.
Because in defense, you can't. We saw what Ndengane did when he overcomplicated the passing out the back
Against Stellenbosch. Yeah, Stellenbosch, yes.
Sometimes you must just keep things very simple.
He is very underrated, eh?
I think so.
Cardozo, I think
Cardozo,
he's
yeah.
very
Yeah.
solid, eh? He's very solid.
I think he's well rated because he plays every single game.
I mean,
Is-
well
is
rated.
he
I
in
mean,
the
from the
national team?
fans. I mean, in terms of
Oh, the fans.
Yeah, in terms
National
of
team.
no
Yeah.
defenders, they always get
I mean,
it hard.
if you watch Kaizer Chiefs play week in week out, people will give Matoro plaudits every week if they keep a
Yeah.
clean sheet. And you're like, I
just
thought
quietly-
Cardozo played better
he
than him.
quietly goes about
yeah,
his
he quietly
job.
goes
Yeah.
about his job,
Yeah.
and it's Matoro.
The-
Maybe the name or
My
something.
overrated player at Chiefs, it is their striker.
What's the
Castro?
name?
Castro.
Castro.
Yeah.
A striker, you are judged by the number of goals. my
Yes.
friend. If not goals, it is your
Assists.
your assist and everything. It's the same thing with Makola. Makola has been loved by Pirate, but he played 33 games for Orlando Pirates. I mean, it's 93 games for Orlando Pirates and scored 4 goals.
But to be fair, scoring in South Africa it's not so great. It's really not so great. We like a lot of goals here. I mean, look at that. That come up with
no, Coach, I want to ask you a question. You don't do this drilling. Cross the ball, hit it once. as a coach, because in South Africa, that's what you see often. When the ball comes like this, you rarely see a player hitting on the target.
Yeah.
What they do, even during the warm up, they have to control the ball and then hit.
Yes,
so you don't do drills of first touch.
Look, I mean,
you know, as a coach, there's one thing which they say: if you can touch it, you can hit it.
Oh, okay.
Probably that's what Mindendorp is on to. If you can touch it, you can hit it.
Okay.
So probably that's why Kama went on first touch than
Brush
controlling it. Yeah.
Well, I mean,
but I think it's more the technique, also the alignment of your body.
Sure.
You see, so
you
that's
have to get over the ball.
Yeah, and you know, I remember players like Teko Modiso probably he's got a very good technique on that. I'm sure he could have hit it in the top corner. Yeah.
But I mean, is there a difference between training and I guess playing in front of 90,000?
Well,
Because coaches in post-match interviews will always say in training he knocks them into the net all the time.
But what I don't hear enough about our training sessions is that so and so stays behind.
Yeah.
And works over and over and over at this one thing.
Well.
You never hear those stories. It's as if when training is finished, cool.
They all go home.
Done.
It's done.
One day, let's go. You never hear. Yet you hear it about the most elite players, the ones who you think that don't need to do it.
Beckham.
Exactly. They spend kicking the ball 100 times until they get it right.
That is true.
But here it's the other way around. Players stay behind or they come in early to work on their fitness rather than their technique. I will tell you, Teko Modiso is one of the best players' attitude towards training. He will come early. When he runs, he's always in front. You stay behind, only to do the physical part of it.
Quality.
Beautiful tackle. Yeah, I know. See how quickly they change things. Kaizer Chiefs.
What?
No! That is a good ball and a good clearance.
When I say he is a good player, that's why I say he's a good player. Not only because he scores goal.
But the vision, the vision.
Look, when you watch his movement, he's going to go to a left-hand side. He's taking Mahela with him. He asked for the ball because he knew he's going to come. And the mistake comes. He is not looking to score. He is putting the ball in the dangerous situation because he expects somebody to get in that. And that's what makes him dangerous.
It's interesting you say that because then when you talked about Castro, I feel like with Castro, if you take away his goals, he doesn't offer you anything else. No. In terms of movement,
he's a reference point, but he's very slow.
Yeah, he's very slow.
So
it's like
last week. He's
outside of the goals, it's like, I don't know what he gives. Whereas Nokovic, it's movement. It's
mobility, all of
that stuff.
Who took his time to put his position in Chiefs cemented. Oh, what a chance again.
That was a good chance, eh?
The same person.
The same. What? Oh, wow.
Okay. A good passage of play for Kaizer Chiefs. If you've just tuned in, it was within the first minutes that an own goal from Tigelelo Nyauza, who's deputizing as the Pirates captain, put one past his own goalkeeper, Wayne Sandilands. We're not sure if there was enough communication between the keeper and the defender, but as we've pointed out, it is the keeper's area, and he surely should have made the shout to say, I've got this situation under control. But yeah, an uphill battle already against what's a very good rested Kaizer Chiefs side. How surprised were we to see them go out during the week, Kaizer Chiefs? So many changes, bring the best out of Chipa, it must be said, and still walk away with a 2-0 victory.
I won't lie, I was really impressed with Chiefs during the week. I think he made a lot of changes. He made a lot of changes. He brought on a lot of your supposedly French players. Bernard Parker played, Zuma started, and they did really well. Actually, you sort of feel like the game could have gone on for hours, and I don't think Chipa would have scored.
Right.
So, I mean, for that, and also everything worked out for them. Firstly, you rest players, your French players do well, and then Sundowns dropped points. I mean, it was a great week for Ernest Middendorp, in my opinion, in Kaizer Chiefs.
Listen, as a coach, we criticize them a lot. But when he started this season, I was telling people why I think he is a good coach, especially in this big club. One, he's not scared of trying something new.
Right.
Today we're talking about fringe players playing on the week. We're talking about Tia becoming a fringe player. You know why? Because he introduced a player like Sassman.
Yes.
So
yes.
In the past 7 games, in each game he introduced a new player.
Okay.
What does it do for a coach who's next to me here is you suddenly have a big pool of players that you can select.
Sure.
And you cannot say Tia is a fringe player.
You can't. Yeah, you can't, because I guess he doesn't
But
start.
now you have Sassman can play in that position.
Right.
So Tia can play during the midweek. So that is the chance that he has done. And it works well when you're getting results.
Of
Yeah.
course.
It's interesting you say that, because we spoke about this earlier. Okay, we spoke about this earlier, Coach and then Chris. I just want to know something. We spoke about the fact that Pirates bought a lot of players,
Yeah.
and they don't
16.
ask. They don't. Yeah, 16. They don't ask for the opinion and all
From
that stuff.
a team that finished second.
Exactly.
Right.
So how
a
come?
rebuilding project. A rebuilding project.
So how come Ernst Milinov can get new players as well, and he can get the best out of them, and Pirates on the other hand, Rolani is sort of.
No, I think
What's happening there?
I think it was more to do with club championship.
Yes, of
the
course.
cup.
Yeah, they thought they were
That's
going to
why
have
they
lots of
built-
football to
exactly.
play.
So we need a larger
A large squad,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
But then the moment that they bombed out of
Yeah, they bombed
CAF,
out.
Yeah,
and then they
then-
bombed out of the cup competition in the
Yeah,
early stages,
exactly.
now all of you're running out of football matches to satisfy this huge squad.
Yeah.
I think Ernst bought quality versus quantity.
Yes.
And it just didn't make sense for a team that had come second, like Chris was saying, to just go and buy a whole new squad.
And also, if you look at Kaizer Chiefs compared to Pirates, for some reason, Ernest Milinov will know his first 11.
Yes. Oh, that's
Unlike Rolani, you keep chopping and changing. I want to try this. I want to try this one. And like what Chris said, results also is
Not
at,
in your side.
Exactly.
So you have forced yourself.
Absolutely. So
Sure.
it's-
Mulambo, do you start with Mulambo?
exactly.
Or
So you
keep tinkering
do
until you
start
find the
with,
right combination.
Shabalala,
Can I
or,
start with
or do you start
Mango
with
today?
Mulenga?
But
Or,
You see,
or-
Coach,
but-
but,
but
how do you know
yeah.
you're not one selection away from? What if you just keep the same? Don't they
But
need
that-
a run?
but
Don't
la-
they need
but
regularity?
last week that selection did not give you 3 points, so you think it's not good. And the only chance that you can
Oh,
do, what a
that was a good
is
chance there in the 22nd
if you
minute.
look at Kaizer Chiefs,
for
he's got his 3 forwards, Castro,
Gilliard, and
Gilliard
Nukovic.
and Nukovic.
Yeah.
So,
But I mean, no, but Castro forced himself in because after the Shell Helix Cup, he performed really well and scored the hat trick against
Right.
Sundowns, and then Kambule had to drop to the bench. Or
Well, the
something.
whole thing about Kombola is that obviously we were discussing this last week, Coach, is that he's not playing in his favorite role.
Yeah.
He's coming in as a bit part player, and the problem is his biggest problem is Nukovic.
yeah.
Yes.
Is having a player who's in form, and now the coach thinks, why should I drop him when I can rely on him?
And Kambule, when I look at like my own life when I was playing, I never started a game at PSL, never. It was NFDS, but in PSL I never started a game. And Terry Payne and the Shane McGregor, they signed me as a striker, but I was always coming on depending on the results. Against Chiefs, my job will be go and disturb Dr. Kumalo.
Okay. There you go.
Against Bushbacks, go and be with Mugay.
Okay.
So depending how, because we're always fighting for relegation. So when Chiefs started, they needed somebody to play in wide but strong and fast. And Kambule was drift away because in the beginning the derby, the beer game,
Yeah, the black color.
Black
he
label.
got 2 chances to score. He did not score.
Yeah,
His
he
confidence
didn't
went,
score.
down.
Went down,
So
yeah,
what the
absolutely.
coach did to continue with you because they're strong, because they're fast, he put him to start playing wide. But now you have many players coming in that position. So
Do you think Kambola was ready? I mean, we were having a discussion last week because it came
he
up.
played.
that-
He played the CAF Confederation Cup. He should be ready.
He
for
should.
what?
Be, he was player. He was
Yeah.
player the season in
Yeah,
Zambia
in
apparently
Zambia.
as well. He was
Top goal scorer.
Yes, top goal scorer.
But
top goal scorer as
also,
well.
Noah was here.
Noah
Noah
Chivita.
is from Zambia.
Yeah.
He said maybe Kambule did not play for a bigger team. So the occasion must have got to him.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
Yes.
So you play, you
Wait,
are the top
hold on.
man that
But
side.
Yes.
hold on a second. So you're the top man in Zambia,
Yeah.
and by the way, we're talking about a player that scores goals for the national team too.
Right.
Is Chiefs that
Yeah.
that big?
A step up.
That
I
even
think
if
it
you're a
is.
It's a
national
brand, it is.
I think it is.
so you
It
can
is.
be a national team player scoring goals for them, scoring goals in your country, and then Chiefs it's bigger than that.
But the thing is also, it wasn't Champions League where he's getting into the nether stages and being
Yeah.
a striker at that level.
Yeah.
Because that's BMT.
Yeah.
That would have prepared him for the Chiefs.
Okay. I see.
You see, so it's like you can be good on a smaller stage,
On a
but then
stage.
now when the expectation of these fans, especially,
And your first game, it is a derby game.
Exactly.
And then you miss 2-setter.
yeah.
Yeah,
Then-
two sitters.
Yeah,
that was
no one blooded him easily.
by
He
the way,
should have been introduced.
that wasn't
slowly,
the only
surely.
game as well. It was Highlands
You
Park
should
after
you
that.
should be
It
like
was-
Arsene Wenger. You introduce a player slowly. in.
Slowly, blood them
A
slowly.
big game like that, introduce me in the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, just I had
To feel.
Yeah, just to feel, exactly. You're right.
It is. But I'm lacking what I'm seeing a little bit at the moment with Orlando Pirates. They are not rushing anything.
Yes.
They are trying to play football.
Exactly.
1-0 down. I think by now they forgot it. And
They forgot about the fact that
Yeah, but Chiefs are still knocking the door slowly, huh?
No, for sure.
Yeah, but
and
I
they
mean,
can be patient.
it's
Because
funny. Chiefs have had more clear-cut chances. No,
Yeah.
Yes.
yes, they have,
Yes.
right? I mean, Christopher Bongo's striker is causing them havoc.
It seems like Chiefs have what they want to do.
Yes,
A plan, a
They
clear
know
plan.
They've got a
have to
plan.
Mm.
What I call anatomy of a goal. They know how to create that goal.
Mm.
You
I
know,
think
Vuko just go wide, will look for you.
I've actually seen that from Kaizer Chiefs this season, especially when they were playing against Sundowns. They don't care about having majority of the ball.
Yes.
They know what they need to do. Once we
Yes.
have the ball, quick transition, let's get it to the other side,
Sure.
let's go. But they know how to
Yeah.
get there. Whereas with other teams, there's this obsession of let's keep the ball, let's keep the ball, let's keep the ball.
Also, there's one thing which you can look at the tactics of both teams. Orlando Pirates. They are playing with 3 forwards, and they don't have wide players.
Yeah.
They are also want to play via the middle. They expect their defenders to go wide and bring in the crosses, which I thought suits Chiefs very well in this case.
That's true.
Because there is no pressure in Sussman. He can move. And when they got a chance,
Exactly.
What a great way
What
to
a
switch the
pass.
ball. Wow.
Let it out.
what a
That is
control.
a
And then
good-
his eyes already is looking who is in the box. And he got upset because look at no Orlando Pirate player
No one.
inside the box.
There's too many
and
white
that is
shirts
because Cardozo is not there. Billiard was very late. The moment the ball is received, you need to see those yellow bodies there. I mean, yellow jerseys there.
That's another yellow card.
Why
Another
this
yellow card?
this is yellow cards? Did the referee give it? No.
I don't think he hasn't.
It was
he hasn't
late.
given it.
Very, very
It
late.
was very
there.
late. yeah.
Oh, it's a pity. You see, once again, these moments, they're game-changing
Yeah, the
things.
game-changing moments, huh?
Game-changing moments. We saw last week a player not getting his marching orders. That player sets up the goal.
Sets up the goal.
So-
No, wasn't he the player that scored the goal actually?
He sets
Hey,
up the
was
goal.
it-
sets up the
No,
goal.
he sets up the goal.
Yeah,
Sets up the
it
goal.
was
Immediate
launch.
long
No, I
ball
mean
and-
we're talking about also there was the other game where Mawasa could have gotten sent off against
Yeah.
Highlands Park.
Oh,
and
yes,
then he ends up
yes,
scoring the
yes,
goal, the
yeah.
offside goal.
Yes.
So that is
Okay, so it's 28 minutes in. If you've just tuned in, just to give you a bit of an update, scores 1-0. Own goal from Nyawuza has Pirates chasing Chiefs. And as we've discussed, Pirates not maybe
Another
getting
one.
chances. There we go. Second
what?
goal.
You see,
Let's
but
go.
Leonardo Castro heard us
Finally.
talking.
that's
ill
what
of
he
him.
does.
And
That's
then
what he
pops
does.
up. He
That's
just
what
pops
Castro,
up.
Free header.
that's what Castro does. He doesn't do much in the game, but for some reason he
Let's
gets
He'll
the
pop up.
odd goal.
He'll pop up with
He
this.
gets the odd goal.
Let's
Free
see
header.
the man marking, yeah.
Yeah,
no,
that-
he was not marked.
He was not marked at all. The lack of man marking. Let's see.
Oh wow.
I
He's
remember.
meant for.
I remember Terry Payne used to tell us it's not about how many players you have in the box. It is what each player is doing in the box. And in this situation, Orlando Pirates they had bodies in the box, but nobody was going with players. And yes, Middendorp looks like
Yeah,
I
things
told
are
you.
going on for you.
Castro silencing the haters.
yeah.
So Chris
Easier.
Mbongo, I've got an interesting question for you
Yeah.
now. It's 2-0, 28 minutes.
No, that's
The game
changed.
plan changes or
Totally,
not?
Totally.
It has to.
Oh,
No,
totally
now
now.
it's
Okay.
changed. Now it's changed. Now
Wow.
it's changed.
Wait, who's marking him?
Nice
It was
change.
Mlambo.
Look at that.
I think
Well,
it's also
Pule,
supposed to be
Pule
normal, but
is
like-
not jumping. Something
Right.
disturb Pule. I don't see what it disturb Pule because he put his hand up there already, and then you have Nyawuza alone.
Also, if
This
you
is
look at
bad.
it, the Nukovic
Large.
ran massive, the deceptive run of
Yes,
Nukovic.
he made a run in front. That
So
that
So
is
you
not
chase
play.
him and
Yeah.
you forget that you have actually someone who can head the ball into the net.
His celebration is telling you
Yeah, what
that
celebration is that?
I needed a goal.
Okay.
That is a striker's celebration that I haven't scored in a while. I needed a goal.
And some guys in Greenside were talking about me saying I'm not scoring and contributing.
Yeah,
And then
there we go. He
and then he goes
contributes
in
like
the-
that.
Which is
He
good.
contributes
Well
like
done.
that.
Well,
Listen,
I'll eat my humble pie. Well done, Kaizer.
You know, I always say, if you play for Orlando Pirates, Chiefs, and Mamelodi Sundowns, there is no room for you to be average.
Yeah, there's no room for you to be average.
I don't support none of those teams.
What I believe in as a striker, you are a striker.
Yeah.
You played 3 games or 4 games. First game, you don't score. Second game, you create.
Yes.
You don't score, but you create.
You create.
Third game, you score.
Yes.
That's a striker.
Sure.
Yeah.
So it's a build-up.
It's a
It's a
build-up.
build-up.
You build up your
So
confidence.
out of the 3 games, you must score 1 goal.
Okay. Okay, that's a good
If you
yardstick.
if you score 3 goals in 3 games, then you are a better striker.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But the coach is
but
what
the
it is.
minimum.
Your involvement in the game.
Yeah.
How you make the run,
Exactly.
how you pull, how you bring other players to come
You
into play.
look at Nukovic here. Look at that. You have to mention Nukovic because
Yeah, of
I saw
course.
him going, and he took a lot of people with him, and it was a dummy run.
What's that, guys? Is that what color is that card?
He got the ball
No, he got
first.
the
ball.
oh.
Nothing.
Nothing.
He got the
Nothing.
ball first.
Nothing.
He
Nothing
got the
at
ball
all.
first. I
He
think
got the ball.
It's a,
He got the ball first.
Yes.
Right.
Nothing.
There we
at
go.
all.
But I
the
think
man
what-
who just quietly goes about his job.
Yeah.
But I think even in today's game, it's
great,
strikers
isn't it?
are required to do more, though, right? I mean, you look at Firmino at Liverpool. You look at Sergio Aguero was asked to run a little bit more from Pep or something. Like that. It's like just
You
scoring
start-
goals is not enough. It's you have to create. You have to the movement. It's that Nurkovic thing that he's doing. It's the
Because
you have to-
the game started at the back now. The
Yes.
coaches they want the goalkeeper
Exactly.
to play. So
Exactly.
as a striker, your job is to disrupt that because the reason they start the ball at the back is to get the players up front in a position
Exactly.
to attack.
Exactly.
So disrupt that
So
moment.
they don't have the time. to
So
set up
you're
the
a
score.
striker, you work hard.
Work
And the
hard.
big job of a striker now become as well, like the coach, you play against the goal. You're
Yes.
not looking at the goalkeeper, but you want to look at your players. Hold it, play back, hold it, play back.
Yes,
That's where Nukovic is strong. He can
Yes.
hold the ball up for them as well.
Yes.
And with this current Chiefs, the only player who I think he's not doing, I think he can do better is Kamabile.
Yes.
If you look at him now, we've gone how many? 31
Yeah,
minutes.
31
Right.
minutes.
Can
gone.
you
don't see
tell
it.
me, Kama,
Well, what he's done?
Yeah, what he's done, not
he's,
really.
He's
and
he's
the
hiding
last
a
game,
bit.
same thing again.
Yes.
And West, they were 10-man Pirates. And I thought Kama should have dominated, Chiefs could have dominated through players like Kama.
Right.
Yes.
But for me, Kama, I don't know. I don't know
but
what
the
is
thi-
the instruction
and the
from
thing
the coach. But I still have to see Kama Billet.
I totally understand where you're coming from because sometimes Kamabillard as well, he's got this knack of there's a selfishness about him. Because I feel like Kamabillard would be a much better player if he released the ball.
He is a selfish
Yeah, if he
player.
But
released
if
the
you're
ball
gonna be
earlier.
selfish,
Yeah,
make
if he
it
released-
count. Then
Yeah,
he
if he's
wasn't,
selfish, make it count.
But
Yeah.
let's look at Kamabillard where he is. He's not calling for the ball. He's not going close where the ball is. Only when there is nobody around him, there is calling for the ball.
Oh, wow.
But he's not.
That's-
He doesn't want it because the coach will tell you when you want the ball, you want the ball.
Exactly. Call it.
You call it. You
Call
don't
it.
put your
He's
hands up.
hiding.
You
Why is
call
he
it.
hiding, Chris?
He's hiding.
Yes.
Why is he hiding?
Well, we don't know.
Well, I mean, so
that's
the
what
only
he said.
time- 2-0
The
up.
only time you see Kama is someone tackles him and
Yes.
he will go around as if he's not going to come back. in
Right.
again.
Right.
So for me, I don't know about, but I think Ernest tried.
Look
it.
at where he is.
Yeah.
He's supposed to call the ball quicker.
Exactly.
He doesn't want the ball.
Exactly.
Kama does not want the ball because
true.
if
He
he
should
wants
have gone to George
and he is a
first.
good player.
Yeah, he's a very
So
good player.
He can receive the ball in the edge of the area and
Make a
create
short
something.
cross. Yeah, exactly.
But he did not want that ball. Look at where he's standing.
Whoa!
By the way,
Foul on the goalkeeper
Foul on the
there.
goalkeeper.
based
Look
on
at
what
Rich
we're
looking for
saying,
the-
based on what we're saying, I'm saying Orlando Pirates losing this game with a bigger margin.
You reckon there's more goals Chiefs are going to
Yeah,
score?
I haven't seen Orlando Pirates doing something.
Exactly.
Kaizer Chiefs very, very comfortable at the back.
I mean, we've been talking about the game for virtually like 33 minutes, and
Yes, and
not
it's
once
mainly
have we
Chiefs.
mentioned Daniel Ekpe.
Yeah, exactly.
For 33 minutes, not once have we mentioned any action that he's done. Well, I guess for
very
I would like to
Is that a
disagree.
handball? Is that a handball?
I would like to disagree.
It looks
did
like
the
it might
Foster
be.
touch the ball? Yeah, he did.
I would like to disagree because I think Pirates is the kind of team we were saying about any player can do something.
Yes.
Rango can do
Yes,
something.
Yeah.
yes.
And you look at their front three individually,
Right.
if I can say
Yes,
that.
yes.
So if there's a chance, they can score. That's one thing.
Oh, no
for sure.
doubt.
They will score.
no doubt.
But they're not getting the area where they
Yeah,
can score. Coach.
Absolutely. Maybe they're in shock with the
With the
first
second goal.
Yeah, with
well,
the first
second goal.
The
no,
second
well,
goal
yeah,
is
because
killing
now,
them. I think I just
like we
got
said,
them.
the game plan has to go out the window.
Yeah.
That's the set piece opportunity here in the 35th minute. Pirates trying to just trouble the man we have not been speaking about, Daniel Agbe, but now looks like there's a bit of a break.
If he passed that,
breaks
it would have
down.
been a problem.
Manyama not able to keep that going.
You know, it's funny. I think also we shouldn't underestimate the pressure that this team is under. I mean, I'm on social media a lot. I don't know what the. I mean, obviously on the streets it's probably a little bit more, but it's Orlando Pirates trends or Rulani trends almost every
There's a
day.
great sense of expectation from the team. You know,
Uh,
That's what I'm saying.
Because
That
they were second.
Yes, last season.
You know?
Last season.
So you expect the team to then improve and win the league.
So we have to be honest as well. The coach is here and he knows it. In South African football, anything that happened before Christmas, forget it.
Yeah.
It means nothing.
So anything that happens before Christmas is it means nothing.
Forget it.
Does Rulani make it to next year?
But also the pressure is mounting. I'm sure.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
The Paris boss are saying, "Listen, where are we going?"
Yeah, exactly.
Where
We
are we
can't see.
going?
There's no improvement.
Exactly.
There. Where's the improvement? Look at that. As we watch the goal again, so many white shirts, black and white shirts in that box.
And it looks
Pule,
easy for Castro to do
Nyauza,
that.
It's
Lambo.
so many players around Castro, but he still manages to outleap
that.
all of them and get the
It
second
was
goal.
actually a free header.
Free header.
And I think anyone knows, if you follow South African football, the last game as Chiefs or Pirates you want to lose is Soweto Derby.
Yeah.
That's
Of
the
course.
last one.
Everywhere
Like,
in the world.
you could probably be fighting relegation, and if you
Exactly.
beat Pirates, it's like
My friend,
there's a lot of joy.
You win a cup and you lose against Zamalek. If you're El Ali coach,
Exactly.
you're fired.
Yeah, fine. You know exactly.
No, of course.
Exactly.
So that is what is happening to Mitchell
Yeah,
Exactly.
tough.
in Egypt. Yeah.
He won a cup and he played against El Ali.
Al
He
Ali,
lost the
and
game.
then lost, yeah.
Imagine the owner gave him some times.
Exactly. I mean, you're right. That's what I'm saying. That this is the last game Soweto Derby you wanna lose.
That's the thing. I mean, it does put into the spotlight Runani's position. Chris, I mean, what happens? I mean, if he loses this one, surely they need to start looking.
No,
No?
they won't fire him.
Well,
Until the end of the season, you think?
No, I don't think until the end of the season. But the question I asked earlier on,
Will they get another head
what
coach? or
what
something?
what Rula need to do to change this Orlando Pirate is putting the players that everybody. I went online today. I asked people to give me the starting 11 of Orlando Pirate.
Right.
It is almost exactly as what Roland put in.
I think the only criticism I have of Rulani, if you look at from the start of the time he took over when Mitchell left till now, you
was
should
an
see
awful
how
start.
many times that backline changes. It's one moment it's Marco in, next moment it's Mayela out, next moment I mean I know Jell is suspended and you have
Mbekile.
to make then it's Mbekile, then it's Nauza, then it's Chabala played like twice or something.
Yes.
But it's the backline changes so much.
And it's just the sad part about football is when you're losing, the coach is 100% guilty. And when you're winning, they start looking for a star player.
Of course.
Yeah, but then but you have to,
But
do you
also,
give credit as
also
well?
the rules of a coach. Let me tell you, you are as good as the result.
Sure,
Yeah.
exactly.
So- That we say.
At the moment, Pirates are not getting the results.
It
So
is
the
the
coach
coach.
is
Yes.
not good enough.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's it.
Yes,
Now-
of course.
You think so?
That's it.
you think they're not getting results because the coach is not
Yes.
good?
That's how
Yes.
life is in football.
That's the rule of the coach.
But the danger
That's
to
foul.
danger to that is South African. My question is, what do you do with Rolani? Are you killing this young man's future?
You're right, Chris. It does bring up the point, because does he even stay on as an assistant? Can he?
Whoa, what a goal.
What a goal. What a
Wow.
goal.
You
From
see,
the free
there
kick.
we go. That's now Pirates.
Jesse Lodge.
But now I need to
Pule.
Oh,
understand.
Pule. There we go. My apologies. Pule gets the free kick.
So analysts,
Wow.
please tell me should have the goalkeeper done better or not?
The wall
think,
was there.
Yeah.
So here you are.
The keeper has
You
to.
see.
The
Look,
keeper has to.
wow.
So here, the coach in the change room is gonna go to the goalkeeper and say, "Why do you put two players?"
Yep.
Yeah. Why do you put two players?
Because
Oh, I mean, Kama could have jumped.
Exactly.
Kama could have jumped.
Kama could have
Exactly.
jumped. Yeah.
No,
Oh, but
Kama doesn't jump.
could he have jumped that high though?
No, but at least any jump.
At least
Any jump. You never know. Nicks
So-
it and goes out for a
that-
corner.
that-
But
makes
this,
Akpi
but this
look
is what I
bad,
always
though, eh?
say. Like this.
But coach, that was a good goal, huh?
Yeah, no, good goal.
Good goal.
That was a brilliant goal.
Good goal. First big goal of the season for Pule.
That's what
Good
I
time
always
scored.
say. If you are, as a goalkeeper, you are lining your wall.
Yes.
Right.
You're the boss.
You are the boss now.
Yeah.
you must determine who goes into
Thank
that hole.
you.
Of course.
Brave people must go to the wall.
Exactly,
The ball hits
brave
now,
people.
if you're telling me Kama should be in the wall because it's on the side, yes, it's on the side. You should supposed to be there because
Thank you.
so no effect.
Sure.
But the fact that it's closer to the goal, maybe he should have decided to put.
Do you think
brave
Pule
people.
thinks to himself, let me go for it because Kama's
Because
not going to jump.
Who did he
Kama's
have
not gonna
there?
be
Who
brave.
did he have there?
It
Yeah,
was
Kama Bilal
Kama
and-
and
Kaduso?
no.
Why don't you have Mator there?
No, Kama.
But
the
but
striker.
but but but,
It wasn't
but to be
Kama
fair,
Lusaka.
to be fair,
I'll tell you now.
do you think maybe the fact that you probably want Matoho and let's
Top
say
players.
Matoho and Cardozo, do you want them to be in the bunch that are gonna head the ball out when it's crossed in? So you want them
You
in
want
the
them-
wall?
no, you want them in the center.
No,
You want them in the
no,
center.
you want them to defend.
Yeah, you want them to defend the ball, right? Yes.
But you
Foremost.
you see now what's the strike? What's the Castro? Was
Castro.
In the wall.
No, it was Frosler. It was Frosler,
Frosler
and
and
Billiard.
Kama Billiard.
Frosler is the one who jumped.
Yeah. All right.
And if you had someone who matched that jump from Frosler, that could have stopped that ball.
At least maybe. Yes, that could have had an
That could have
effect.
had an effect.
But that does make Akpay look really bad.
Yeah, eh?
For me, if I'm the coach, halftime I'll take off Kama, put Bennett Parker.
You reckon?
Yeah. What is he doing now?
Contribution-wise.
I'll take Kama out. I put Zuma.
Zuma.
Yeah.
But Kama looks like the
so
type
guys,
of...
has Kama fallen to the bracket of luxury player?
Yeah.
Is that what
Oh,
we're
of
saying?
course.
I think
No,
so.
of
That
course.
is a yellow card.
Of course.
That's a yellow card.
Will it be given as a yellow
What
card?
the reason what happened? What happened is Makareng hold the ball. The first touch was poor, and then he launched to the ball, and then
He just stepped on
he
him.
stepped
It was
on
a
him.
mistake.
Yeah.
It was
Stepped
a
on him.
mistake. It was a mistake.
Okay, the
It
coach
was
says it was a mistake.
It was
So
a
coach-
mistake.
Coach.
No.
Is that
No,
a
he went
yellow
for
though?
it.
No.
That's a metatarsal injury.
Yeah, is that not a yellow?
Is that a yellow?
No.
No.
Whoa!
Not at all.
Okay.
Not
And
at all.
of course,
Well,
yellow.
According to referee,
The referee
it's a
thinks
yellow.
it's
No, he went for him. He launched.
Yeah,
He
he
really
launched.
launched. So this is the time where coaches they tell us, switch on. 5 minutes to the change time. Don't think of the change room. Don't think the game is finished.
Switch on.
Because this is the moment where Kaizer Chief
These are critical moments of the game.
critical championship time.
Yeah.
Orlando Pirates, if they are clever, this is the time they have to push.
Yeah.
Yeah, to score the second one, huh?
Yeah. 2-0 is not a very good
Yeah,
result in football. Huh?
People said, yeah, the
It's
most
the
dangerous.
best.
Dangerous
They said
score
the
to
most
have,
dangerous
yeah.
scoreline is 2-0.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Because it's going to be 3-0 or
2-1.
Or 2-1.
And the momentum swings and psychology as well.
But I guess for Chiefs' benefit, it happened late in the half. Let's see as they try to break away here. Chiefs trying to see if they can get a third goal before the break, and the move is broken down by
again,
Pirates. Who are now
you
switching.
see what I'm talking about from both teams. They want to go via the middle. It's congested in the middle. There's no wide playing wide.
Wait, guys, there's a chance here? No. Okay, no chance at all. Okay.
So we have seen in South Africa, in the derby, 2 goals scored from set pieces. So we're improving.
Yeah, not bad. Eh?
And the fact that in a derby goals are being scored.
Yeah,
yo,
that is huge.
0-0,
I think people don't know that there was a long period of time that the
Well,
derby used to be 0-0
Yeah,
almost the
a
time,
draw.
man.
A draw, yeah.
All the time.
No, it's good. You know what? Listen, for all the pomp and ceremony that comes with a Soweto derby, it's good to see that it's
See
at least
wide,
delivering.
wide. I like it. Then you have.
But who is in the
Yeah,
center,
but there's no
coach?
one in the center, coach.
Yeah.
I'm thinking
one in the
of
center.
Orlando Pirates. Who are you targeting in the center?
There's no target man. They don't have a Castro. I mean,
Yeah, they
Makaranga,
don't.
Because
don't.
Mango is a player who is not.
In
Yeah, Mango
defense.
doesn't
Yeah.
stand still.
Yeah.
Like he's not
He's
not
already-
stagnant.
And
He
he's short.
moves around.
Yeah.
He's short and you have Mator
Yeah,
there,
and he's
you have
short.
Cardozo. Where do you cross the
of
ball?
course.
Maybe that's the reason why coach is saying earlier on. That's the reason they want to go in the center.
Oh, that's a
Penalty.
No.
hey.
We need to see that.
He's throwing out the ball.
No, he
at
didn't touch.
Pay.
He didn't touch.
That was almost a
Also a mistake.
shambolic.
Oh, that
exchange
was
at the back
almost-
there
yo,
for
that was
Chiefs.
So that shows you
Pirates
the
turning
nervous.
the
It,
screw.
Yeah,
it
they
shows
nervous.
you the tension.
Yeah.
They're nervous.
Oh,
Almost.
Almost.
Yeah, this
Almost.
time around, it was Sussman trying to head back to the keeper. Communication is clear. It's just execution was a bit undercooked.
No,
undercooked.
Don't underestimate Mango. It's quick.
No, very
It's
quick.
quick,
For
yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Very
But we
quick.
can't
He
argue
actually got
anything.
the ball, huh?
Akpay,
He got the ball,
his
yeah.
eyes were on the ball.
Yeah.
I will
Both
give him
of
that
them.
credit. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, there was no malice, and whatever
No malice.
happens here.
Yeah.
Mango was going for the
Yeah.
ball.
If
Keep
Mango
on going
did
for the
not go
ball.
down, if Mango did not go down, no, it's not a foul, Mango.
Nah, nothing wrong.
They didn't give a foul. They didn't give a foul. They didn't give a foul.
Gabardino Mango.
Gabardino Mongo, guys, are we seeing the best we've seen of him?
No, the best I've seen of him it was at Vet.
Yeah, I was at
When
Vets,
you-
no
When he was
doubt.
playing wide left.
Right.
Yes.
We've done many games with you in the stadium. When he was doing from the left hand side coming
absolutely.
and the cutting inside.
Yeah.
But at the Pirate, they expect him to play as a striker.
Yeah. It's actually.
And like what you're saying, if the ball goes wide, he's not in the box.
Of course.
He's mobile
He comes
enough.
in.
Exactly.
Yes, yes.
Is Gabardino Mango a striker, guys? He's not a
No,
striker.
he's
is
not.
he?
No, it's not.
He's a forward.
He's
He's
more
not
of
a
a, yeah, he's
striker.
more of a forward. He's,
Yeah.
he's not. He's
Like,
not a
look at
striker.
the
And if you look at Paris, I don't know. They need a central striker.
Sure.
And
Being
at the
Paul
moment,
reference.
they got the three playing up front. There's no central striker.
They're all
No,
very
they don't,
similar,
yeah.
They
aren't
actually,
they?
they actually,
All
they
that
actually have a
is
central striker on the
Mulenga,
bench. They
uh,
actually have a central striker on the bench. Mabasa. So fast Mabasa.
Okay.
He can be this.
Mabasa
On the bench.
The small problem I do have with Mabasa is so limited with his left foot.
Okay.
Yes.
Anything in the right hand side does not. He falls over the ball because
Yes.
he can't even control the ball with his the right foot. So
Is that even? Is that should that be allowed at such this high level?
What?
One-footed players?
1 foot play.
you see, we have a problem. We start being coached in Africa when you are over 20.
And you already have that
You
dominance.
know what to-
And you already have the dominance in the 1 foot.
Yeah.
Listen, the first time I wore a soccer boot, I was 20 when I came in South Africa,
No ways.
and 2 years later I was a professional.
No ways.
Yeah, the first time I wore a soccer boot, I was 19 turning 20 at Vet University, and Terry Payne is the guy who gave me the soccer boots.
And
Wow.
2 years later, you're a professional.
They signed me
So
because I
in-
was fast.
in-
I was
in-
strong.
So in essence, Christopher Bongo should have won his first soccer boots at 10.
Of course.
Well, the reason I am not I did not stay a professional for a long time because I realized I was not as talented as other people.
That's
So by the
wow.
age 27, I stopped playing football.
Wow, that's actually.
You retired.
I retired at age 27 because I was not as good as I was
So
playing
it
with
wasn't even
Thomas.
like injuries or anything. It was
No,
just like-
I was playing with Thomas Manigange, as good, and George Kumatakaris, and Glenn Salmon. They were part
Right.
of my team.
Yeah.
Those guys are talented.
Yeah.
That's why I was in the
And
bench
they're
all the time.
footballers, Yeah.
That's why I was always in the bench.
But Chris, there's nothing wrong with going to a lesser team.
No,
is
no,
there?
no, no. I'm very proud of my small achievement. What I'm saying is most of the player here, like you said, the first touch playing for Pirate and your first touch is poor is because you never go through a development.
That's true.
You know,
The late bloomers. We have
And
lots
the,
of late
and
bloomers.
the developments here, you have to count them. The only development which I still believe, I don't know now, is Ajax Cape Town.
Right.
and the coach, we have to
Yeah.
be honest. In South Africa, when we say development, it is a player who's already talented.
Yeah.
We don't create. And our challenge, I know people are listening to me and they're keeping challenging South Africa and ourselves. Out of those 22 players you are watching now, who can go to Europe and hold on starting 11? Even in Belgium.
I don't know about, I don't know
Asking
about, look, I don't know
tough
about starting 11, but what do you think of Reef Rosler?
Well, he was there. He was in the Monaco youth. They signed him for the future. And he played 2 games. And Monaco, when he started playing, Monaco was second off the bottom of the Ligue 1. So he was not a top team. So they were trying to get him into... He's not a bad player. I'm not saying they're bad players. I'm saying our attitude toward football does not get us to the professional level.
No.
If a guy like Christopher who started playing football at age 20 and become a professional tells you...
So wait, where does the onus fall on actually? Is it more of the players? Is it the coaches? Is it the management of the
I
whole
think-
sphere? Where does this all fall?
I've
on?
always kind of heard from the top coaches that, you know what, this begins right at the bottom. The best coaches in a lot of other countries teach the kids.
Okay.
Because by the time you get to this level, I
Yeah.
can't tell you much. I can't be teaching you about your other foot.
Yeah, about your
I'm
other
literally
foot.
just taking you through different schemes, telling you if we go down, this is what happens.
Yeah.
This is how you tuck in. This is how we, that's what the player IQ, coach,
Yeah.
is that, you know, in Europe, those players can move from scheme to scheme in their heads. They know the plans that are laid out by a coach.
So the best way to move forward is the fact that the coaching at the bottom has to be much better.
It's a long journey.
Has
It's a long
to be
journey.
much,
That's
much
why
better.
Hazard and Lukaku will be in the same picture.
It's Ajax, what I know.
Yeah.
For a coach to become the head coach, when I went there, I always to go there every year while I was at Ajax.
Yes.
We used to go there every year.
Yeah.
And at one stage, we saw... What's the coach? The twins. Ronald.
Oh yeah, the Ronald and Frank the Boy and Ronald the Boy.
Yes.
Yeah.
He was coaching the under 11s.
Yes.
Wow.
The under 11s, that's where he was coaching. For one season, he coached the under 11. The next season, he was the head coach.
Wow.
And that's also because a lot of those clubs have a document that kind of feeds
Exactly.
a philosophy throughout.
So
that
they
when the
believe
kids
that
move in-
for you to be successful, you have to understand the kids. How they tie their lessons. So for you to go through, like I always rate Ajax. In
Ajax
terms of
is-
development, I
is
rate
unbelievable.
them. It's
Yeah, unbelievable.
unbelievable. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, folks. So what it is, 2-1 at halftime to Kaizer Chiefs. Shambolic start for Pirates, but they found a way into the game with a 2-1, and they have 11 men. That's
Yep.
quite crucial. Let's see if that'll be the case come 90 minutes. We're going to take a little break and be back for the second half. But thank you so much for tuning in on our YouTube, on Twitter. Use the hashtag FrontFootball to throw any questions or thoughts our way. We'll pick them up as the second half resumes. We'll see you in a moment. Cheers for now. And we're back for the second half. Thank you so much for joining us, for showing us love on YouTube. Appreciate your questions. We're going to get them through into the panel. As the second half gets underway, there has been a substitution. Dumisani Zuma coming on for one of the goal scorers, Leonardo Castro, who got substituted as we resume the second half. Very quickly, gents, before the football gets into full flow, I want to find out from you, Shakes Rampedi, Christopher Bongo, Ian Garoa, your predictions as to how this one is going to end.
Oh, I say 2-1. It's gonna stay this way.
It's going to stay this way?
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a draw in the second half.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a draw in the second half.
Okay. Christopher Bongo?
There are 2 goals in this second half, and with the introduction of Zuma, I'm saying Kaizer Chiefs will score a goal. And Orlando Pirates, we haven't seen the substitution yet, so I'm saying what will happen.
Okay, so you think, though, it's going to be a Chiefs victory?
It will be a 3-2, but or 2-2.
3-2 or 2-2?
Yeah.
Coach Goro?
Yeah, I think Orlando Pirates will try to push second half. They got nothing to lose. And maybe they will lose their shape. And probably Chiefs will then exploit them and maybe it will be a 4-1.
Okay, just to give you a quick update on the other scores around, Baroka FC on the road against Polokwane City. They are leading 1-0. Not much of the road, but yeah. Stellenbosch and Highlands Park coming into the second half. It's 0-0 in that game. So those the current scores. Morgan Gould has gotten a red card, 2 yellows for him in that game. So Stellenbosch are playing with a man down going into the second 45. And just the goal in the game between Baroka and Polokwane City. Baroka currently in the lead. The one that we're focusing on went into the halftime break at a 2-1 deficit to Orlando Pirates. They have it all to do now as far as trying to get back into this one. Haven't made a sub yet. Only Chiefs have gone to the bench. Big moment now for the coach, Rolando Mokoena.
Yeah.
Still schools of thought where, people believe nothing's going to happen as far as the consequences for him. But you have to wonder if the Buccaneer faithful are going to give him that much time.
I won't lie. I go back to the scenes when Steve Kombela was Kaizer Chiefs coach, and I remember before the game between Free State Stars and the semi-final of the Nedbank Cup, there were fans that said, if we lose this game, they're going to be very upset. And I feel like if it carries on this way, and from what I've seen, the hate that he gets, the tweets that he gets, what people say, eventually I feel like people are going to get to a place where they feel like, okay, we were patient.
Yeah,
we were patient.
We
tried.
let the club.
Yeah, we tried and
do
everything.
it. Yeah,
we let the club do it. I don't think Pirates fans will accept finishing 8th or 7th. I don't know. I don't think they will. I don't think they will with him at the helm. I really don't think they will. So something is. I just feel like
got to give. Huh?
Something has to give at some point. No.
Yeah, but I still believe he's the future of South African coaches.
Yeah.
But has he been managed well?
Yeah, I think that's the other thing. For me, it would be sad to see him go or
No
to see
doubt.
him sacking him. And then what? Because he was probably the brightest young coaches I've ever seen in this country.
Yeah.
And probably the timing would say it's not right for him to coach Pirates. But I still believe he's got a future. It's unfortunate that at this moment the results are not coming your way, because as a coach, you are as good as your results.
I'm looking at Orlando Pirates playing, even last Saturday, and they haven't been dominated. No team has dominated Pirates. Yes, they don't get results, but no team has dominated Orlando Pirates. And in the beginning of this game, they were 2-0 down. One was an own goal. Another one, it was a free header.
Yes.
And then they come back, they score 1 goal.
Yeah.
What Roland did? Nothing. 2-0 or 2-1, it is just, for me, it is timing. I played football. Sometimes it doesn't just drop in. He hit a pause here, he goes there. You have 23 shots and the goalkeeper made saves.
Well, it's funny you mentioned that, because Rolando was actually talking about the impact of Akpe, saying that there's moments he's made super saves. He's made super saves.
In the cup game.
Saves that are supposed to be goals.
Yeah.
And he's saying that, Akpe has done that. So people are realizing, especially coaches, the impact of a player like that who stops what look like certain goals.
Wow.
A bit of a mistake there.
Ma-
On the man that is very reliable, but I guess that's why they are pairing. Cardozo being helped out there by Matoho, not being able to clear here. Mango trying to get the better of Tower. Tower just there to intercept the ball that was coming in for the cutback. It looks like a good
I wanted
spell
to ask a
for
coach a
Pirates.
question now. What's the reaction of Roland? That's where the coaching comes in. The opposition brings a player like Zuma in, mobile, where Cardozo was, Castro is not mobile. So that's where coaching comes. Who do you bring in to counterattack that or to counter that?
Coach, what do you think?
Well, you're 2-1, you got nothing to lose. At this moment, as much as what's his name, Zuma is there, I think Pirates is still dominating. They're looking for an equalizer.
Yeah.
So I think Roland has done well. He has stayed compact with his team, and it looks like they will score an equalizer. So I'm happy with Rolani's tactics second half.
Exactly.
He hasn't changed
He's
anything.
kept the faith with
He has
the
kept the
players.
faith with the players, and we'll see. Because I always say second half, the first 50 minutes.
But it seems like now Chiefs are
Chance there
inviting pressure
for
in.
Lodge.
This is how you play Mango.
Yes.
You leave him wide, you give him the ball in the feet, and you ask him to attack.
Oh, Lord
now,
should score
think
there.
about this, right? Roland bet coach, right? The game finished 2-1. Orlando Pirates loses. People will forget this moment.
Yes,
Of course.
Of course. And the one from the first half with Makaringe.
That's
Forget
why
about that.
I mean, that's why I say if there's 57 million Christopher Bongos and Ian Horowas and the Kamzas, if there's 57 million of you guys, I think
They will leave
Rulani
Rulani.
finishes the season.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, some people
Yeah.
care about the win per se.
So,
No, Pirates doing well with the spell of pressure.
yeah.
In the first
First
half,
15
second
minutes
half.
is good.
Yeah.
I'm happy with this.
Yeah.
But why, coach, why players they like passing the ball from the outside of the foot when in the coaching school they taught us to pass the ball from the
For
inside?
the inside.
This is Orlando Pirates are putting pressure. They've got the ball. They're trying to get the goal. And they've got the ball in the middle of the park. Guess what? Mulambo just passed the ball from the outside of the boot and the ball went out. They give Chiefs the ball.
A throw-in.
In a basketball, you call it a turnover.
Yeah.
Unnecessary one.
Unnecessary turnover.
Yes, an unnecessary
In
one.
tennis, what do you call it? Unforced error.
Yes.
Yes.
Really?
But also, just to mention, guys, where is Kama?
Well, we're going to be asking that question again for a while.
Well, we keep on forgetting. Kama is a good player, but he's not a derby player. All his life, he played for Mamelodi Sundowns, he played for Cape Town City. I mean, Cape Town Ajax. Those teams, they never experienced a real derby.
I mean,
so-
are they playing to Kama's strengths though? Like, I'm
Yes.
not, they're putting him up front.
No.
now. Now he's center of the threes, you know?
They're playing him wide. We saw it in the first half.
Yeah, first half,
he's not calling for the ball. He's not that like now. He's supposed to put pressure on the ball.
Sure.
He's not even
Who is he marking? Look at Kama.
committing to the game.
Let's just look at Kama. Coach asked a good question. In that moment, Kama is watching the ball. He's not putting pressure.
Yeah.
He's conserving himself, and you wonder for what.
And
He's a small player, so once he get the ball, they take the ball away from him.
take the ball away from him.
I hope the analysis. Normally, the analysis will tell you how many touches did you had. I'm sure of all the players, Kama had less touches.
Has had the least.
The least out of the attacking.
We can
players,
even
huh?
include Pirates players as well. He's had the least touches.
And Castro up until now is not playing, but he's got more touches.
He has got more
He's
touches
more
than-
involved
than
than
Kama, yeah.
than Kama
And
at the moment.
more mileage covered.
Yeah. So I don't know.
I mean,
that's
know,
a go.
you
That's
actually-
a go. That's a go.
Let's see.
Oof.
Good block. The big mistake Kaizer Chiefs are making is allowing Orlando
Yes.
Pirates to have the ball in their feet and
Yes.
passing because
Yes.
they've
They're
got
allowing them to play.
dangerous players.
Yes.
They're allowing them to play.
And they're inviting it.
Good block, Foster.
Another corner.
The danger is they'll have one counter attack.
Poor.
Yeah, one counter attack and they score,
and
eh?
then they score.
Pass the
Well,
ball.
that's the thing. When you have a player like Dumizani Zuma who's so dynamic, that can happen.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah. that situation was very bad, coach, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
The ball is coming, you know all your defenders are free. Why do you want to control the ball where you have pressure in the back?
Exactly.
Push the ball toward the goalkeeper.
Exactly.
Why? Because they score a own goal. Now they are scared of passing the ball backward.
Right, the
Exactly.
trust is not there now.
That's true.
Yeah.
actually.
Zuma
Okay,
with a
let's-
cross and it gets cleared pretty easily.
But you see now, the fact that they're playing wide, for me, that they open the game nicely if they play wide.
If Chiefs play wide or
Yeah.
if Pirates play wide.
Clever. Clever, Mango, clever. He was losing the ball. He put
Yeah,
it
yeah, clever.
He put his
left-hand
body
side,
in,
he put the
in
body
front of
and
the ball,
touch
yeah.
him.
Mango is a Malawian, eh?
Yes, he is.
Yeah, it's Malawi.
Yeah.
He actually played well at what's it, Kosafa, no?
Yeah.
Kosafa, that was yeah. He did
That's
really
how
well.
Pirates signed him.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
He did really well.
Well, they saw him how he performed very well for 2 seasons at Beat Vest.
Yeah.
And that's how Vest play. They play the ball wide, and they allow him to attack. And he's got some good goals for Beat Vest. Huh?
Yes.
No,
yeah,
he
he's
did.
got some
Yeah,
decent
he did.
goals.
And
so-
he's quick, eh?
And he's a
Very
game
good.
changer kind of player, you know. You can trust him to bring something. Ernst Middendorp, I'm sure now, you know, we'll be looking at all the articles and things that were written about him coming into the season, you know, mid and draw, all of that. I think he's silencing a lot of the haters.
No doubt. I think Middendorp deserves a lot of credit. I know a lot of people don't like saying it, but at the current moment, if he wins the league for
Penalty.
Kaizer Chiefs, it's unbelievable.
Penalty.
It was a penalty.
Penalty.
The ref didn't see it.
No, he saw it, but he didn't want to give
There
it.
we go, Kama. Show them that you're a derby player. No.
Nope.
Penalty.
So hopefully we'll get a replay to see if that was a penalty. But the Chiefs
he
players
dived to
are
the
saying
ball.
it's a penalty.
Clear
And-
penalty.
Let's see.
It's
Here
a
we
clear
go.
penalty. A clear
Let's
penalty.
Well, that's. Let's
That's,
see.
that's not the correct replay, but yeah, Makaringa
Makaringa had to
getting
go.
substituted. He could have
Yeah.
been off in the first half.
Yeah.
Tshegofatso Mabasa comes in his place,
He has
but
to go.
Makaringa, with a dodgy knee, so his knee was studded by William Katsande. We're quite surprised to see him carrying on.
Of course.
But now, yeah, they're wrapping that up. The first thing they wrap up.
What often happen under correction, the coach can go. You when you get touched, your body's still warm and you can still play.
Absolutely.
They went to the change room.
Yes. He
got
You get
cold.
cold.
Oh, what a
Goal,
pass!
man. That's a goal.
What a pass!
Oh.
Another
A
Another
pass!
post hitting goal. He
That
hit
was
the
a
bar
pass.
this
Yo.
time.
Wow,
Bule. Oof.
What
That
a
was-
run.
I was this close to saying what has Lodge done actually, and he passes like that.
This
Wow, what a pass!
is the most beautiful moment in this game.
Yeah.
Great run behind the defender. Sussman did not see what was happening.
But keep it low,
And
huh?
he controlled. No, but you see, the moment he controlled, his body angle was bad. So he have
Yeah.
to force himself. And because he's a tall player, he reached.
He reached.
The
Oh,
ball-
instead of
yes, the ball was
okay.
going away. So he reached, and then that's why he hit there. I'll go again. They scored that 3-2, Orlando Pirates leading. What did the coach do? Nothing. So it is about players. It's just bad luck for the coach. The result are not coming.
Yeah, it's bad
But
luck.
coach, you said coaches are only as good as
The last
results.
game. Oh, the results.
results. Look, you must spare a thought for the front line of
Yeah,
Pirates. They've been
absolutely.
very productive,
Yeah.
but they've just not gotten the due rewards for the industry.
I
'cause
think if they
they've been
keep
very
doing
good.
that, it's only
A matter of time, huh?
It's only a matter of time. I'm happy with Paris at the moment.
Yeah.
They're playing very well. They're attacking, and I think they'll score very soon.
But I just think if Pirates do equalize, Chiefs have themselves to blame. They're inviting so much pressure.
Well, we can say Orlando Pirates stopped them from playing.
Exactly.
Yeah, they've stopped them from playing.
So
Whoa! Oh! And Kaizer Chiefs
Comes out.
have absolutely wow.
The Pirates have been putting them under immense
Yeah.
pressure
I
in the
mean,
beginning
but
of
we're
the first half.
inviting it though. Like,
And no, you let them play, Pirates will play, and that's Mango delivering as he's done. I mean, when they brought him in as a substitute, he's just been so effective. Mabasa telling him, "Listen, you're the man.
You're the
There we
man,
go.
huh?
You're the man.
And
Block
ge-
out the noise."
and guess what? Now Pirates can actually win this game.
Yeah, they
I actually
can.
can see Pirates winning
No,
it
they
now.
can. They can.
I mean, unbelievable.
I'll be happy for Rulani if they.
Yeah, no, for sure. Listen, I mean, I think we must be honest that like we don't want the coach to be in this position.
Of course.
It's not a good position for
Of
Rulani
course.
to be in. We'd love to be singing praises about the wins that he's racking up, but the results have just not been forthcoming.
Exactly.
So let's see if he can turn things around. I think he'll buy himself a lot of time and a lot of equity with the fans, because I think they just want to see what's happening. What's this experiment? Because we had the control. The control was there
Exactly.
with him and Micho. We've seen what's possible.
Oof.
But what a
Guys,
great goal there from
Got
Mango.
tips.
Do you know we're talking about 4 goals scored in 2 derbies?
Can you imagine? We've had 8 goals in a week. 8 goals.
8 goals.
8.
8 goals in 7 days.
8 goals.
Wow. That's amazing. That's it.
This is incredible, and yet we still have 30 minutes to play.
Yes.
There
That
could
is
be more
true.
goals as well.
There we go.
Well, there are 2 goals in this half. It's a 3-2. I didn't know who was going to score the third one, but this game is going to finish 3-2.
Let's see. 3-2 to who? Give us your predictions.
Well.
Depending on our analysis so far, what you've heard us say, that hashtag Fun Football, FRUN Football. Use the hashtag. We'll get the questions into the panel here in the studio.
And
Now, Chiefs are on the back foot, which is something you don't get to say that often. But it seems like when they lose
there
a
is
goal,
a player there.
either
Kama
side
does not know what to
brings
do with
something
the
out of
ball.
another team.
He's
Exactly.
standing. Kama is not. There is a player. Release the ball. He did a 380-degree turn
yeah, yes.
just to play the ball back.
Back,
So you
yeah.
kill the momentum. And the Orlando Pirates players that come to defend.
But I mean,
So who do you substitute next?
No, but
Kama
If
If
you're,
you're-
if you're minced
it actually has to be Kama, hey?
Just to
You
become
need
a-
someone
I think it
who's
has
going to
to
give
be
you,
Kama, eh?
like you said, Bernard Parker will
Bernard
give
Parker.
you energy, will give you
Yeah.
industry.
And the problem is that with Chiefs, you sort of feel like they're only playing with 2 attackers instead of 3.
So he's
'Cause-
wasted.
Yeah, he's wasted. He's
wasted.
sort of been a luxury.
So
this
which
game.
means bring a center mid.
Yes.
You bring Parker, like the coach is saying, because Parker can double to play as a
Yes.
left back.
Yes.
So you put him in the middle of the park.
Yeah.
And then you put 2 players forward. So you play
Exactly.
4-4-2.
Absolutely.
And then you stop Orlando Pirates, because at the moment they're in ascendance. Orlando Pirates are looking dangerous as they're going forward.
But also the fact that the coach did well by bringing Mango White here on the left hand side.
Yeah.
Good feat.
That was
Kasande.
But Coach Khorowa, tell me something. I mean, do you? I don't know. Does Ernest Millennium go into second half playing like this? Does
No.
he tell the
He's not-
players, okay, let's sit back and let's sit back, let's not play
we are
anymore?
attacking the coach all the time, and the coach
Yeah.
has to correct.
the players'
They don't tell
mentality, yeah.
players that.
Yeah, it's the players'
They don't tell
mentality.
us go and defend.
TNT is coming in for one Sussman. Once
Yeah.
again.
So that's why Parker is not playing.
Oh, wait for my leg.
But that's a
Maluleke.
big mistake. Maybe something happened here, because you needed to push Kassan and Maluleke in the center.
Wait a
Bef-
second.
bec-
He's taking off.
He's take
And the experiment last week was better when he took off Katande
Katande for-
and then left George on
Yes.
to be what Katande is doing,
Exactly.
the sweep and clean. But now
don't
he's
know what
done
they
it the other
did.
way around.
maybe something happened.
But
because
hold on a second. Wait, I mean, Sussman's already on the pitch. Katsande's on a yellow card. You bring off George Malek. What?
A player who's not carded.
Yeah.
Who's not and is good.
That's what I'm saying. Is that
Yeah, I
something
think
must
I
have
think,
happened, huh?
I think Middendorp did not think that's true. How do you take a midfielder who has a yellow card?
Exactly.
Leave him on the pitch.
Yeah, leave him on the pitch.
Use up
Leave
your
him on the pitch.
substitution. When running the risk that he gets a second yellow, then
Exactly.
you're down to 10 men. Then what?
Oh man, this is.
But also, if you look at the body language of Kaizer Chiefs people, Kaizer Chiefs players, there's a lot of frustrations amongst them. Look at Nukovic.
Yeah, there is a lot of frustration amongst them. I mean,
Well, Lukovic, for me, I could understand it when you play football. If your player next to you as a capability is not doing as much work as he
Yeah,
should,
exactly.
what happened is you are overloading me.
Yeah, and I have to compensate.
Look at the body of capability. His shoulder is dropped. This is the derby.
at that
and
run.
Oh, 3-2.
woo,
Almost.
woo, woo.
Almost.
Oh, look at the run.
Almost, Yeah.
So we already got our man of the
Mango
match.
At the
You know
center of
what's
it
funny?
again.
I feel like Gabadino Mango is the type of striker that defenders hate.
Sure.
Look
at him.
The skill, the movement, the touch, the technique.
Tower to the rescue there, but Mango definitely applying the pressure there for Orlando Pirates. Like you say, a strong candidate for man of the match.
Yeah.
No.
Strong candidate.
No doubt about that.
This man we could have been saying also, Lodge, Pule, Makaringe, players who've been unlucky.
Exactly.
We've just been saying that the attacking line for Pirates have been unlucky.
Really,
I mean, they could,
But this would be a strong.
imagine.
But I mean, Chris, we speak about this game being one of those where, of course, you're going to get big performances out of your players. Question is, when, Pirates then resume after the break against lesser opposition, do you think they can still put in a performance like this?
I feel sorry for Pirate because whatever I'll tell you is not showing on the log. Week in, week out, this Pirate, they play the same football. Yes, they are poor in the defense because they keep changing the defense. But the attacking team, they still create those chances. But like we saw today, pull it 2 chances, still not get it on the net. It's not falling for them, but yeah. Last season, Mamelodi Sundowns, they played their worst season, but they won the league.
Actually, that's true. Right? If you look at the numbers, Sundowns went really great last
No,
season. Eh?
they struggled almost in every single game,
Yes.
but they got those 3 points.
Yep.
Orlando-
Well, that's the thing. Sometimes it's said that teams win a league not because of how good they are, but just because of how bad everyone else is. So you have seasons like that where
good opportunity for
you weren't
Kaizer
great.
Chief.
But who's gonna take it?
It's karma.
They will
Kama's
give it to
gonna
Kama
take it.
and he's
There he is
gonna go.
already.
If it's not a goal, it's a rugby shot.
handball
Yeah, handball.
on Mabaso.
Basso again.
Yeah.
Penalty last week, the last game.
Yeah, but you're right. He did the same thing, handball, but in the box. So Chiefs have an opportunity here in the 67th minute. Wayne Sandiland setting up his wall to try and maybe get ahead in this one. It's a good position. It's just about right.
Look at that. In essence, we've had 21 minutes of this game already in the second half. And Wayne Sandilands has been chilling.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
It's been a very quiet game.
And that are really like it. I guess a credit to Pirates for not letting Chiefs play, but
If George was still playing there, he could have.
It would have
He
been a
could have
perfect
taken-
opportunity,
yeah.
right?
he could have taken the free kick.
Come on,
Sometimes this 10 yard, it seems like it's far.
It's fine. It's fine. They want to see goals, right?
thing is not Manyama should have taken it as well. Come on, I
they're
don't
giving
trust.
they're giving it to.
Look, he has an
Yeah.
opportunity to
Kama
silence
either
us. Let's see.
it is a goal or it is a rugby shot.
Is the fact that he's not on song,
Maybe
I
that
don't
way.
know.
Yeah, and then you still give him the responsibility of
I don't
taking a
know.
free kick. Let's see.
It's too square.
I mean, that's why they
He-
bring in
he-
players like this. Let's see if he.
It's too square.
Oh, Mato! Put it in!
What? An opportunity for Kaizer Chiefs. Tao Matoho, he gets the spill from Sandilands, and then
Do you see why
he
Orlando
wins it.
Pirates conceded so many goals? They did not react. The defense did not react.
Yeah,
look at that.
No, exactly.
They did not react.
Yeah, they reacted really slow.
The ball goes, everybody's watching, no reaction. The goalkeeper pushed it back.
Look, everyone's still standing.
They're still standing.
So, coach, this new free kick setup with the 2 walls. I'm
Pass
sure
the
now it's
ball.
making things. No! Yeah.
Oh.
There was a man open.
Two. Good run for Foster.
Good
I
run.
like it. But Billiet made a good run inside,
And there's
opening
another
up.
player.
And then, of course, you have
another
Zuma
player.
making a run wide.
Zuma was
You pa-
unmarked.
Unmarked.
Unmarked. Zuma was unmarked.
I think-
You can argue on the other side there's Pirates players, but Zuma was unmarked.
I think
Frosler.
Frosler read
Good
the
run
headlines.
from the
Yeah,
strikers. Good run.
I think he read the headlines. Eh?
Yeah. Listen, the derby, you want to play Instagram football.
Yeah, you want to play.
You want all the girls talk about you. Oh,
Yes,
this is dangerous.
exactly.
Dangerous. This
Here's
is
the move
dangerous.
for Pirates.
Oh, what the
Like
what?
Just a
I think
bad
that
shot
summarizes
from Lodge.
Lodge this season. Right?
It's not a good karma for you to be a player of the season, because the pressure is too high. Man. Good movement from Orlando Pirates. They could have opened it up. Listen, Orlando Pirates takes a lead in this game. They win the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even me, I also
And
believe that.
it won't be surprising either.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe that too.
Yeah.
Gee whiz.
There is something is missing in Kaizer Chiefs defense.
Look at that. Shots on
midfield.
target, 5 for Pirates, 4 for Chiefs.
Hmm?
5 for Pirates, 4 for Chiefs in terms of shots on target.
Wow.
So, Pirates in the ascendancy.
I mean, look, he brings off George Maleka, right? And then you have Gatsande playing in the midfield. Is Manyama's best position there, though? Playing in the central midfield. Is that his best position? I don't think that's...
Also,
Manyama's not a CM,
No.
is he?
No, but
Those are my
Manyama,
predictions
I
for the
don't
week.
think. I don't think this game he has played well. The last
But-
game he was good.
Yeah.
But he's being forced
He's
to...
been quiet.
Can we attribute that to the early lead from Kaizer Chief? Made it very difficult for one Orlando Pirates players to be outstanding, but Mango is very been outstanding. Now what we see with Mango is they put Fosler close to him to make sure that he does not control the ball and turn.
But my thing is that if you're asking Manyama to be a CM and he must mark, he must that whole thing that Maleka can do.
But this is good, coach. When a player misses 2 chances to score,
and score that.
he scored this, but it misses 2 chances to score. Your shoulder start going down. You start thinking, today is not my real day.
Yeah.
But well done. Good goal is scored and a good opportunity, good run in the middle. But
And Shonga's coming on, no?
yeah, Shonga is in.
As a central striker.
Yeah, this boy lost a bit of confidence as well.
Actually, I'm a big fan of Shonga.
Nah,
Yeah,
I'm
last
a big fan of Shonga.
that was a part of the
last
whole
season
thing.
it was
like-
Lodge, Mulenga, and Shonga.
And
Yes.
Shonga, yeah, that's what
You did not know who to mark.
Exactly.
Yes.
I really am a big
So
fan
then
of
why,
Shonga.
maybe you can explain
You
anyone
have 16
who wants
players.
to know why
16 players.
That's
You have Mango, you have Makaringe, you had Mabasa,
you have to
and you have to play them.
yeah.
But I mean, like you said, Christopher, you said they had Molenga, they had Shonga, and they had Lord
There
as
we
well.
go.
Why play with that three? Why
finally.
now you throwing in other
Finally,
players
I
now?
hope it's billiard. Finally.
It's not
Nope,
billiards.
Frostler for Parker.
Finally.
He worked very hard. He worked very, very hard. Keeping with Mango is not easy. He worked
So
very,
is that
very
is
hard.
that is that the brief right now to Bernard Parker? Who now looks after Mango?
They need somebody with the ball. Coach can correct me. They need somebody with the ball in the feet to put a bit of pressure on Orlando Pirates and try to find Vukovic. Nobody's finding him so far.
Yes.
So
And Zuma as well. They can find Zuma.
Zuma is playing wide,
Okay.
right. I mean,
Yes.
the right hand side, and Parker will play.
On the left
Parker
hand
in the right hand side, Zuma in the left hand side, and that will open up for Vukovic to play in the center.
I won't lie. I really feel like that was Minendov's moment to make a big statement. Bring billiard off, eh?
Listen,
Actually,
in the derby games, you need that moment as
Yeah,
well.
I think he's
Yeah.
still relying on him to give him something.
I mean,
Just
that
a
is-
moment.
The same with Mulenga coming in. It is a big moment as well for Orlando Pirates. So we're watching a game that we're looking for one goal.
I mean, not
Yeah,
only,
exactly.
but I mean, not only did we speak about. Okay, let's see.
Keep
That's a
up.
goal.
Yeah.
Oof. Bodies flying all over the place.
Oh,
Chiefs
man.
bodies as the Pirates try to maybe get the ball and counter attack, but it looks like a boot to the face of
No, the
Mabaso.
ball. He kicked the ball in his face.
But yeah, no, not intentional. But it will be a free kick for Orlando Pirates.
I mean, not only are we talking about how many touches has Billiard had, I'm also asking the question the distance covered as well. I mean, I don't know. I'm expecting a little bit more from him as well.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit frustrated in the sense of
Sunderland did quite well, huh? Because at the beginning of the season, he played 2 games. They put him out of the bench. They brought a new coach. Yeah, and then for him to come back and they keep the position is very, very good. That's a bad pass. That pass did not have any power to give your teammate a chance to attack it. It was
okay.
yeah, Vukovic
Movement.
is coming.
There we go.
But it's coming too deep now.
Yeah.
It's coming too
Oh,
deep.
well
Okay,
done.
Billiard?
Do something.
Nah, finish.
Yeah, that the control was not good enough of the ball there. Nyawuza, I'm sure, will be breathing a bit of a sigh of relief. But if it ends this way, in the back of his mind, he'll know that unnecessary own goal.
The
is
first
only
part,
reason-
yes.
is the only reason that I
Yes.
2 points.
The only thing for that to be forgotten,
Is
Orlando
for
Pirates
them
must
to
win.
Yes, of course.
Actually, that actually could have.
But his attitude in the beginning, it was not good. I don't like player going on the floor crying like.
Yeah.
Stay on your foot, stay.
That's actually not in a corner.
that's,
It's a
No, no.
goal kick.
Goal kick, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no.
Coach,
I don't know what tactics did what is he doing now? Frostler is out, so he's playing as a right back. Katsande?
No, I think he's gonna put.
gonna go three at the back or
Some might go there, and then bring Tia in the left hand side.
Yeah, actually, yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Tia should go because he's right-footed anyway.
Yes.
Mm.
There we go. Pirates earning themselves a corner. 15 minutes to go in the second half. 75th minute of the game. 2-2. Gabadinho Mango finding the equalizer just after the resumption of the second half. Been Pirates' most dangerous player. But there could have been a few candidates for that. But the posts and the pole have been in the way.
What now? Man?
But breakdown in play as Chiefs, man down. It's a Tower who's writhing in pain on the floor.
Yeah.
And that's because he got a boot to the head as he tried to clear the ball, going in for the low header.
The reason they don't give it a foul because he went down.
Yes.
And he just a normal head foot, but they can't give a yellow one. Oof. This was very early on. What we're
These
I
are
mean,
all
they're
the
hitting the crossbar,
opportunities. They've hit the crossbar so
Three
many
times.
Yeah.
3 times so far.
Yeah, it is tough.
I know, but I mean, if Rulani gets a win in this game, you know how much time that has bought him. A lot of time. Okay, here we go.
Chiefs are now applying a bit of pressure.
What? Wait.
There's too many of those.
Penapaka.
Bernard Parker.
But why people say sorry? What are you saying sorry?
That I tried and I didn't
What is-
succeed.
You didn't even try.
You didn't even try.
He's saying he's tried. He's saying he tried. He's saying he tried. Chris,
Good pass.
considering how
Good
Cape Town
pass.
City played the other day, do you still think they're going to lose against Black Leopards? I see I see your prediction here says that it's going to be a win for Cape Town, for Black Leopards.
It's just where they're playing, and
The home field advantage.
yes, and very difficult to go in Limpopo and play from Cape Town to go to Limpopo and play there. And
The conditions.
the conditions are not the same. And
Yeah.
listen,
Traveling also.
Johannesburg, it is 1,280 meters above sea level. Limpopo is just below that, so it is very high. So your lungs are, and I think the game is playing in Toyando, right? Or they're playing it in Polokwane.
In Toronto.
In Toyando, we have seen in routing, we have not got a rain in the past 2 months. It might be a very dry one.
Yeah.
Do you have the score update?
No. That's
Yeah, okay.
not on the fixture for today.
It's not on for today.
For
huh?
today, yeah, that's a tomorrow fixture. But
Yeah, and the heavy rains predicted in the north of the country. I know in Zimbabwe they're predicting a lot of rain starting tonight.
So it should
So
start.
Toyando is close to the
We,
Zimbabwe
we,
border.
we,
so-
we need rain.
Yeah.
We need rain.
there we do.
And I think Mamelodi Sundown, they need goals. And
Where do they come in?
wow, that link.
you know, you guys were not here. I was talking with the coach, and we both agree that Mamelodi Sundown will win the league this season.
Yeah.
Oh no, that wait, Sundowns will be Chiefs. You guys think?
Oh, we said it earlier on. And the coach will tell you, anything happened in PSL before December, forget it.
Right.
Bidvest, they used to finish top of the log in December. They come back at the end of the season, they're fighting relegation.
So you reckon they will? They will.
Sundowns will win the league.
Bold
Sundowns
statement
will win
being
the
Or
made.
with that idea in mind, Chiefs will push themselves harder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They should.
Chiefs going to push them all the way till the end. No.
We don't know.
Fair enough.
It just takes two players that they go to dry out, and then you start having draws.
So let me ask: Will Sundowns win the league comfortably, or it's
No,
gonna-
there is
don't
not
think
comfortable
comfortably,
anymore.
no.
In South Africa,
No.
comfortable, it won't
It's
happen
not-
again.
nah.
It won't happen again.
No. Because teams are pushed. Polokwane City is a tough team. They're going to a bad time now.
Yeah. Oh!
That was a good free kick
That was
there
good.
from
Is it the
Lebo
post?
Manyama.
That Manyama or
Yeah.
Kasane? Manyama.
Manyama, yeah, I know.
It hit the post.
No, Sunderland's made the
Sunderland
save.
read it very well.
But there we go.
Oh,
yeah.
very, very
That
well.
was on
The ball
course.
was dipping well.
Yeah,
The technique is
Very
good.
good, eh?
Quality,
Very
yeah.
good.
Listen, our set pieces has changed now.
Yeah, absolutely.
We used to be
Absolutely.
bad.
Yeah.
We used to.
Nothing to do with the ball. They say these new balls also.
No.
help.
I've maybe the ball. Maybe
Yeah,
the
maybe
soccer
the
boot.
ball.
The ball moves these days.
Maybe
Ball
the soccer
moves these
boot.
days.
Maybe the soccer boot. So Nyauza bought his time back, so
So at least.
he's stable.
No, at least.
We're heading into the last 10
Yeah,
minutes of the
oh,
game.
oh.
How can
An
someone
opportunity
turn?
there for Nukovic, right? He turns. He does a
In
whole
the
turn
box.
in the box.
In the whole box. Okay, and
Mango.
Oh,
wait. Oh, he knew it was Zebo.
yeah. He rather slow down the play. Smart.
So Stellenbosch still 0-0 against Highland Park.
Where are they playing? In Cape Town.
Yeah,
Yes.
Stellenbosch.
And Stellenbosch got a red card apparently.
Yes.
And
Two
the
yellows for broken
Baroque are
goals.
leading 1-0.
Yeah.
Polokwane, they're in
And
trouble.
the later kickoff is Amazulu versus Chipa United. Tsepo Masilela just signing with Amazulu.
Can't wait to see him, man. You think he starts?
It might be a bit rusty, but we'll see. Chipa United, I mean, if they play like they played in their last game,
Maybe.
they might win. They were actually quite
They're actually
good.
the only team to have not won in the league. That's
Oh,
is there going to be a winner here, coach?
it looks like. I still believe Chiefs will win this game, but yeah.
You reckon?
But look
It's
at the
looking
situation.
more
2
like-
against 3.
Look at
Poor
Nukovic. Look at
Orlando
Nukovic.
Pirates defense.
Look at Nekovic.
Poor pass, but it was not a
Decision.
good defensive
Decision making.
Yeah.
decision making, coach.
Decision making. Offside.
Because what's happened is you have 3 players attacking. I mean, 4 players attacking and the 3 defenders.
Yeah.
Your decision making as a player with the ball, play the ball as further
Look
as
at that.
possible.
Look at that.
Don't give this chance.
Look at that. Look at Nukovic.
Nekovic was open for
That's
Exactly.
the thing. Was one thing
So
I've seen
play-
with Pirates
play-
is defending. They're very much like they follow the ball.
Yeah, they follow the
And
ball.
there
follow
are
the
3
ball.
of them.
Yeah.
So play the ball as further as possible.
Exactly. As they
From
come
them.
in, play it out.
Yes, because there are only 3, you have the advantage. So your teammate can get the ball play back to you
Yes.
immediately. Doesn't
What kind
have
of
to
marking
control.
is that, coach? When you're following the ball as opposed to the man.
Under 10.
Oh, wait!
No, it's not.
It's a penalty.
Ah, no,
That's
ref.
a
It's a penalty.
No, ref.
Bernard Parker
No. It's a
has
soft
bo-
penalty. No way. No way.
Oh!
No
Penalty
way.
for Kaizer
No
Chiefs,
way.
82nd minute.
No way.
Yes.
No
We
way.
don't have VAR.
No
There's
way.
no way of
No
overturning
way.
this decision. It is
That's
what
a
it
soft
is.
penalty, guys.
I called a penalty from the contact. I did not even wait for a second.
You're like penalty.
It was a penalty.
Let's see.
Let's
Any
see.
coach will tell you, and the coach is here, you cannot in this moment tackle the ball inside the box and not get it.
No, that's a
Oh.
penalty, coach.
Oh, coach.
Parker
Coach.
pushed the ball
Coach.
there.
Oh, yeah.
That's a
Oh,
penalty,
that's
coach.
a penalty.
But I mean,
Yikes.
is it a little bit silly for Marco to
Exactly.
compete
Yes.
like
So
that in the box?
Yes.
Because he was not going to get
That's
the ball.
silly,
anyway.
man.
And the
Exactly,
two,
that is-
and the two, Parker's going nowhere.
No,
Yeah,
he's,
Parker's going
he's,
nowhere.
he's going to the line.
Yeah.
So before this happened, coach used one term, and I keep on saying that's why none of these 22 players can be in any league in Europe. Decision making are poor.
Yeah.
We saw it earlier on for the pass,
Critical
Yeah.
and then we
cases.
saw it with that tackle.
Guys.
And coach, you,
This
you,
will-
you thought it wasn't, eh?
Yeah, I
But
thought
you have
it
to be
was.
convinced now.
But this could be interesting. Cardoso in Sunderland. This
I mean,
could be very interesting
Cardoso's
because
like-
of his side. He puts him on the right.
Right.
Let's see if he's gonna change.
I mean, he.
That's the thing about having a designated penalty
Yeah.
taker is that he
Yeah.
ends up being easy to read because you just look at all the past penalties he's taken and you figure out what his spot is.
And you
Let's
can't
see.
change him, because he's
Yeah.
scorring.
Yeah.
Is a goal.
Is it go?
You reckon?
I look at his eyes.
It's all in the eyes.
Yeah, it's a confidence.
You remember the last time when he went to the right hand side, you forced
They
him
didn't
to
show
go.
the goalkeeper, but I see him.
Wow!
What
And
a
he smacked
powerful,
it.
powerful penalty. Cardozo. Hi, there we go. There we
And you
go.
know what? You're not so sad. It's Paris performed well, man.
Yeah.
But guess what?
Did.
The Buccaneers won't see it that way.
No, they won't.
They
But the
won't
thing
see
is,
it that way.
But what it does again is it brings us into the spotlight. The coach did not do that. That is not the coach's
Yeah, the coach-
fault
yes,
that
it's not the
Marco
coach.
makes a bad decision
I hope
in
the
that moment.
decision makers at Pirates will give Lorane a chance. But again, like what I'm saying, the coach, just as good as.
I mean, this is ridiculous.
I shouldn't. have-
Unnecessary.
Unnecessary. Why did
That time you can see there's defenders coming.
And he took
help out.
It took a second to decide if it was a penalty. Yeah?
And you know what's funny? I feel like attackers will play for the foul.
Of course.
Of course.
The moment you slide them, they already
The
want to
worst
say,
thing
oh,
that happen
thanks.
is you get a yellow
coach-
simulation.
You did half my job.
The coach is here.
Yeah.
They teach you that.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
learned that.
Yeah, exactly.
Leave one leg behind. When you
Exactly.
see him
That's
going,
it.
push
That's
the ball
it.
first
Yeah.
and leave. Don't jump. Leave your legs behind.
Yeah,
He's gonna touch you.
That honesty football doesn't work. Stay
Come
in your
on,
feet
Pirates.
football.
Come on.
That's why the field football doesn't work.
You know
It's
what?
that. No,
Come on, Pirates.
It's gone.
Oh, it's gone.
There were
It's
only
gone.
two- There were only
Oh,
two
it's
goals.
gone.
There were only 2 goals in the second half.
It's gone. It's over.
It's over.
Come Pirates.
That is scary.
Oh, man. Yo.
I mean, are the players thinking about the coach's situation in
Exactly.
moments like this?
This is the indication that is nothing to do with Rulani.
Yeah.
And, you know, true. And the thing, even against Maritzburg United, when Jelle made that tackle, it has nothing to do with Rulani. But trust you me,
what was the final score?
0-0. 0-0. And if Pirates lost that game, they were going to say, Rulani, you can't coach. But it had nothing to do with him, that red card for Jelle. Had nothing to do with him. But that's the thing. I don't think anyone's going to remember, wow, we actually played well to come back from 2-0
true.
down. People are going to say, no, we lost.
Yeah.
We don't have 3 points. That's what I think people are going to
Coach,
say.
what do you say to your? I mean, what's the relationship here now with the players? Because, you know, as a coach, you're thinking, guys, you're letting me down, eh?
Hey!
Huh? But I mean, what do you do?
Mind management. I guess just guys
Oh, wow.
play for me. Man management.
Yeah.
I think Rulani is good at that.
Yeah, but he's not saying that because what's happening? Yo, Marco, you know, you guys are not in the best form of vein of form at the moment. Your coach is under pressure.
How could you tackle?
And you wanna tackle like
How
that?
could you even think of slide?
Sliding like that.
Yeah, poor decision making could just cost Rulani's job.
What do they say? It's easier to fire one person.
Than the whole team.
You made a change. Let's
Golam
see.
Lambo comes off, and then another striker getting sent
Mulenga.
on in Augustine
Okay.
Mulenga.
Thank
So
you.
Pirates are saying, listen, let's just give
We
it.
got nothing to
points.
lose.
Yeah, we got nothing to
Listen,
lose.
it is a 0 point as the way they're standing.
Exactly.
But the
exactly.
sad part
Whether you
about
lose by
it,
1 or 2 goals.
And
Some
it
things- the
is
sad
a
part-
3 point for Kaizer Chief.
the sad part about it is that Marco forces that substitution. He forces Rulani to do that. It's
Yeah.
oh man, it's bad.
Sometime for you to beat your opponent, you force them to think like you or against you. So
Exactly.
Muhammad Ali did it well. So look at here.
Oh wow.
This is
You
poor.
know, you see that thing you were saying about who's going to be in a starting 11 in Europe? Yeah, not like that. Not like that.
Listen, Kenneth Erasmus went to France. Every newspaper put him here in the front page. He went there, he played 4 games and the total of 25 minutes for 2 seasons. He came back.
Our players and BMT or lack thereof.
Kama, there was a team in Europe who wanted him. Saw the video. They only saw the video.
Oh, here we go.
When they saw the video, you know what
Oh,
happened?
relax.
Relax, man.
Your team is leading. Relax. Your team is leading.
No, for
the-
Chiefs
the
is normal.
obligatory,
It's in the mind.
Yeah,
you,
get
you
in
are,
the
you are
minds of
playing the mind
pirates.
of the opponent, and the killing time is well. They are relaxing,
Killing the
Listen,
momentum.
Orlando Pirates are playing well, so kill their momentum.
Hey, people are slapping, hands are being raised. A player has gone to ground.
Jukovic.
And that's a
but-
I mean, that's a red card offense.
that's a lie.
That's a red card offense.
By all means.
If
Oh,
there was a
gosh.
slap, someone is coming off. Question is, did anyone see it?
Yeah, what? No,
Jukovic
guys.
is going. They're crazy.
And it's
Yeah,
not
I'm
stopping,
winning.
guys. It's
That's what I'm saying. Europe, would you do that?
But again, remember we were speaking about it last week. The energy that this takes up
Exactly.
as a team,
And it's gonna be a goal.
You're using this energy to be fighting and to be
Yeah.
involved in this.
And you know what? This is a crucial moment of the game. Again, once more.
Relax.
Will there be a red?
Yes.
Will there be a red?
I
Let's
want
see.
the ref to, as long as that guy is put the. Is a
Oh,
red
that-
card.
Yeah, it looked like the arms were flung.
All the assistants are coming in now.
So we're saying
Wait. I see Nekovic waving his finger. It seems like the red card is probably for him.
yeah,
That's
it's
what
probably
they
for
say.
him.
That's what they probably say.
Fourth official.
For
yeah.
Mabaso getting struck on the face. We need to see the replay just to be sure who exactly was throwing hands.
Yeah.
Because the ref is shaking his head. He doesn't agree with what he's saying. I think they probably deliberated.
What we can say is it's a good time for Kaizer Chiefs to have a red card.
Yeah.
They're leading the log.
Let's
Rest the players.
Now he's going to consult.
Leave
He's
the
going
log.
to
And
consult.
get ready for Telkom
That's
game.
it. Oh.
Let's see. The referee has consulted with his assistants. Mabaso's still down.
Referee makes
Cards
a
are coming
decision.
out. It hasn't stopped. The players are still at each other. It looks like Katande and Mango just having words. Big decision. There's a red card out. There's a red card
boy.
out. As to who it's going to, we're not sure yet. It
Nokovic.
can't be for Mabaso because...
Look at Nikovic. I think it's for
Yeah,
him.
it is for Nukovic. What is the referee waiting for, though? Why not just give out the card?
Yeah. And stoppage time 5 minutes.
Yeah, I know. It looks
I
like
want
we're
this
going to
to be
have
a 3-3.
a healthy amount of stoppage time. But let's see what the ref does. Got a big decision to make now. Chiefs could lose their star striker.
Go stand over there. Over there? Yes, over there.
No.
Situations being diffused. Mulenga keeping the ball before
Yeah.
anything happens. But it looks like they're definitely just setting up for a free kick.
Yeah.
Why is the
Matola
card out?
over
The card is
there.
out.
No, somebody's gonna get a red card.
He's looking for the players now. He's looking for the victims.
Who's
now.
he looking for?
If you're a coach, you do the Jomo stuff. You substitute a player,
Yeah, he's up. Yeah, he's up.
In this moment.
but the law has changed.
Who is he looking for?
Who is he looking for?
Saying wait.
Oh, it's
Now
not a red card. He
Nauza.
took both cards out.
Yeah,
Yes.
but it could be a red though.
Yeah, we don't know.
And
You
Katande
see, this is
second
what
yellow,
it boils
no?
down to when they say the referees need help. This is what it is. Because
What is he doing?
we need to know for sure.
No, it's like a snake. Players are like snake. When they bite you, they
There's a
run
red
away
card.
far.
There's a yellow and a red. One's getting a yellow, one's getting a red.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, captain, stand there.
Yellow.
Yellow.
Rubbish.
Yellow cards and a red card for Matoho.
But Mato didn't do anything.
Wow.
Red
wrong
card
player.
for Matoho.
Wrong
No.
player.
Do you think
Well, if
it's,
it's a wrong player, they're gonna call it a wrong identity. So
Yeah.
Because
that's
I
all.
thought Mokovic he's the one who hit the guy.
well, maybe Mato say something.
No.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
No, the
Yeah.
ref.
Don't touch the referee.
But let's not underestimate. It's the heat of the moment. It's a derby.
Yeah.
People are gonna say things.
No, you don't say things.
You don't say things. I
You
mean,
don't say
it's a
things.
silly situation to put yourself
For
in.
me, I'll
You're
find it.
leading.
But here's the worst part. Nobody knows what he got a red card for.
Yeah.
No,
That's
he's
the
not.
thing.
He's not fighting it, so he knows.
Yeah,
Okay, so he knows.
But this guy should be getting a red card. I thought he's the one who should get a
So
red
at
card.
this point in time, it's not clear as to what the red card is for.
I
Yeah.
think
But hopefully we'll have a replay and be able to tell you what the case is. Coach Goroa thinks it's mistaken identity.
I thought-
mistaken identity.
Let's see.
And also, Mango should have got a yellow card.
Yeah, he was also involved, eh? He was also involved. You're right. They need help, the refs. They need
They
help.
do, eh?
They need help. The problem is we're getting exposed to all the other leagues in the world where the
They're
help
using
is
technology.
is being given. Daniel Lekpe had to put hands on that one. It's a set piece.
Did he have
corner.
to?
He couldn't have
7
been sure, I
minutes.
guess.
have to?
He didn't.
Yeah.
He wasn't sure.
I gotta.
Nah.
Yeah,
Awkward bounce.
I
Awkward bounce.
could bounce, I guess.
just in front of him.
Yeah, but it's pointless because what's the name?
Just to let you know, 7 minutes of
Whoa!
time.
Offside. Don't
Free
fight
kick?
it.
Wait, what is he
Offside.
calling it for now?
Offside.
Penalty.
What's going on here?
Offside.
It's all happening right now. 4 minutes left
This is
of
the
the additional
game.
time. But now the professional fouls, you know, what do we call this? When the goalkeeper's going down.
Game management.
Game management.
There
Let's
we
go.
call it game management. That's how we do it.
Yeah.
Wow, but for
Yeah, no,
I mean,
nothing.
for Cardoso to
Nothing
stand up from that.
Nothing happened to Akbe.
Nothing at
Nothing.
all.
In fact, Cardoso should be.
Yeah, Cardoso then he gets up from that. Oh, look at that.
So
Not
he-
pay game management.
Akbe is gonna go home after 2 derbies. They don't lose,
Yeah.
but he'll be gutted that he considered 4 goals.
Of course.
Yeah, you will be.
Of course.
You will be.
But I thought the ref did well this game.
Oh yeah, very well.
I
There were
think-
not
I think
many
there's one.
incidents.
But for me, I wouldn't like those.
Katsande.
I would like that one
Katsande.
big decision.
Katsande red
When
card.
Katsande one, he
Katsande
got
with a
nothing.
red card.
Wait, let's see.
Katsande, okay, here
Mango
we go.
is
So we're
the one
starting to
started
see.
the
So
fight.
Mango
Yeah.
didn't get any card.
Yes.
Look,
Yeah,
look,
Mato
So
is
let's see
there.
what Mato does.
Mato push.
Mato,
Mato
what
push. Mato
happens?
push. They push him
Mato
back and
push.
Mato.
Oh,
Oh,
he
hand
pushed.
to the
But
throat.
he pushed.
He's the
Hand
one.
to the throat.
But he
No,
pushed.
throat.
Come
Throat.
on.
He was
pushed.
reacting. He was
Yeah, he
reacting
was
to Mabaso.
reacting.
Wait, but he got pushed.
Yeah, he
too.
did.
Yeah,
He
but you
pushed.
don't react.
But
Look, look,
don't
look,
react.
look, look.
You don't react.
Mabaso's
Yeah, but look-
pushing him.
Yeah, but
He
Mabasa
went
comes
there.
back to push
He
him.
said, hey.
There.
But
Leave
wait,
me
hold
alone,
on a
Rena.
second. But he pushed Matoa
Yeah.
too.
Yes.
Is that a red card?
No. What?
Is that a Mato red
no,
card?
No. You reacted.
Yes.
Reaction is not allowed in football, my friend.
Did Mabasa get a yellow?
Yellow.
He did. He got a
Because he
yellow.
started.
He got a yellow.
Yeah, oh.
He was supposed to be the bigger man. So
Be the bigger man.
be the bigger man.
And he is the bigger
He
man.
is the bigger man. Yeah, but not in that situation.
Oh man, that is so bad.
You know what? Pizzo said something. Minderdop is the luckiest coach ever.
It is still luck,
Is
though.
he not
coach.
good? Yes, it's still
luck.
luck. Ah,
When-
guys, it's
when
still
does it stop
luck.
being luck?
Yeah, when is it? Ah, guys, it's still
I'm
luck.
not-
That's
I'm
what
not-
That's
I'm
what
not-
Pizzo said.
I'm not commenting because I don't agree.
you don't agree. Yeah, you see.
I think he's the most gutted coach. He played 7 games, and he brought 7 new players. In each game, is playing a new player, and
Exactly.
he found himself in a group of good players
Exactly.
that nobody knew about them, but
Exactly.
he had them in the team.
No.
And
But
that-
I still believe.
that is gut.
I
He's the
still believe.
luckiest coach.
I still believe. Sundown is gonna win the league.
It's
I
still a
don't
long
know
way.
now, eh? I don't know
Basically,
now. I tell you.
basically, what I can say is, forget everything you got in the first 10 games.
That's true.
Forget.
No,
How do
yeah.
you forget?
Yeah,
I
before
mean,
Christmas.
How do you,
Before
I
Christmas.
Christmas. I mean, how do you forget? Because now, just from
Do
this
you know-
win,
do
Chiefs,
you- do
Chiefs
you-
goes 15 points clear of Pirates.
Do you know?
That's a lot.
Forget Pirate.
That's a lot. I mean, I'm talking about not only just Pirates.
But
the
there is
second,
Bidvest.
the second team after that,
There
that's
is-
like what? It's 8 points
There
behind
is
Chiefs.
Bidvest. Bidvest win all their 3 games that they have got in hand
But
against
this-
Orlando
but the
Pirates.
problem
As
is
it
this
stands,
lost at home.
Chiefs are 10 points clear of
Ten-
Sundown.
Yes.
Yeah, but I mean, how many
As
points
it
are they
stands.
clear of the second place?
10.
10 points.
points.
That's a lot.
No problem. It takes 3 games.
Yeah,
But I mean, 3 games. Chiefs
Sundowns
have to mess up in a row.
have 2 games in hand, though.
Okay, yeah, they have 2
So they
games
can
in
shave
hand.
it.
Listen, there is a point that you when Kaizer Chiefs did not win the league with a Steve Compeller, you know why?
Why?
They had 12 draws.
Of course, I don't think Mirandop gets 12 draws.
No, in Maurice Becky was worse.
Yeah,
but now-
but he won't get 12 draws
No,
with
that's
Chiefs,
what,
though.
no, what we are saying is, before Christmas, Chiefs were in 4th position. During Steve Compeller, 4th position, 5th position. And then they go, 5 games, you have draws. Out of 5, out of 15 points, you only manage to get 5.
Yeah,
You're in trouble.
But what happens is Sundowns are a good team, but they have the weight of those 2 games in hand now.
And here's my
sitting on them.
And here's my thing. My thing is that I feel like Chiefs this season is performing better than Pirates
Much
last
better.
season.
Yes.
Much better.
Than Pirates last season. Pirates
Much-
performed well last season, but I'm saying it's gonna take a mammoth
But when
task
did
to
the Pirates
topple
perform
them.
well? Pirates performed well in the last 10 games of the season.
Yeah.
They went unbeaten
Yes.
for 10 games.
Yes.
Guys, it is good. Chiefs are building a good platform.
I think I feel like if you go into Christmas and you're 10 points clear from second place, yes, others have
Not
game
in South
hand.
Africa.
Yes, maybe-
Not English Premier League.
Yeah, no, I see your point, Chris.
Yeah,
You
thank you.
don't have the teams at the top who are going to hold on and kill the season. Like
guys
Man
think
City
Chiefs
or
are gonna-
Liverpool.
My friend, you go to Polo Kwane, you lose there.
Or you draw.
You go to Marisbeck, you draw. And before you know it, the next game against Pirates is coming.
The West.
Oh!
Yes, they go.
What a save! What a save!
Not even what a save. It was
It's
straight
almost
at him.
save.
It was straight at him. It was straight at
It's
him.
a passing team.
You had to catch
pass,
it.
a
Yeah,
pass.
Why do you give it straight to the
But-
keeper?
the keeper had to catch it, right?
You didn't have to catch it, but it was straight at him.
He comes up, we wouldn't have saved that.
I would have
No, I
said,
would. I would.
look how straight
No.
this is. Look how straight this is. Straight at the keeper.
Yeah, well,
But also, there's one thing which I've noticed with that guy. His positioning is good.
Yes.
The ball will come straight to him. Have you
Yes.
noticed?
Yeah.
He doesn't have to make the dive.
Yes.
yeah, no.
He positions himself very well.
I think maybe.
No, that's it. Game over.
Hey,
That was the
Kevin!
moment there. That was the moment.
Shame.
That was the moment.
Who was this guy?
no.
Mulenga?
Mabasa.
Ah,
So,
Could have done that.
Mabasa
But
had
you
the
said it.
opportunity.
one-footed. This was a left foot.
I think.
One-footed. He said it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said it. He can't go right. It's left all the time. I mean, look, to be fair, I pay me to save.
No. All the time in the world. Put it in either corner. Put it in either corner.
And look at that.
And there it is.
Points.
Kaizer Chiefs, 3
I-
points.
I need us to
Whole
get.
time.
I need us to get in a point where we agree. Orlando Pirates' problem is not coaching.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the truth, that's the thing. Orlando Pirates coaching is not coaching, but I think personally the fans are not gonna see it that way. That's why I said if we have 57 million Christopher Bongos and Ian Horowas and Kamsas, I think we live in a better world. But because of the other fans, they're going to say we can't lose anymore. Something needs to change.
Listen, I think I feel for the fans because it cannot be that the Pirates project is still in incubation. When you
Yes,
come second the previous season,
exactly.
and now must be okay with us still trying to find our feet.
And my thing
No.
is, if you look at Pirates' squad, they've got a lot of good players.
They've got
there.
too many good
how,
players.
How is Rulani not getting results with that team?
He hasn't found the combination.
No,
but what is it?
I disagree, guys. We just saw in the last 10 minutes
Yeah.
nothing to do with coaching.
Yeah.
True.
Good players,
Yeah.
but decision making poor. You get the ball inside the ball. You see, people say Ronaldo, Messi. The difference is just decision making, nothing else.
True.
So in this situation, what Coach Gore is here. In this situation, what a coach can do.
Get a striking coach.
but my
Get a
thing
They
striking
do.
coach.
By the way, Pirates do have a striking coach.
But Crystal,
He needs to
What's the difference? What's the
look
difference
himself
between
in the mirror.
What's the difference between Pito and Rulani? Because Pito's got very good players and a lot of them, but they happen to be making more better decisions than what Pirates is doing.
So decision
But
making-
Rulani- so how does Pito
can't
get it
coach
right?
that,
How does
That's
Pito
why
get
I
it
keep in saying they finished second 2 seasons in the row. It was not because of Rulani. Those players are still here. If I ask you to give me the starting 11 of Orlando Pirates, you will. And when you compare it with Rulani, maybe 1 or 2 players changing, right? Why they're not getting a result is when you have a player like Pule, the law of football, the coach is here. When the cross is coming, put the ball back where it comes from. They cross the ball, he tried to hit it here. He hit the goal, pause. Head the ball back where it comes from. The goalkeeper will never touch it. The score will have been 3-2. Orlando Pirates. You get the ball inside the small box. Why do you control and give the goalkeeper the ball?
Those little decisions.
But
Those little things.
I totally get that. My only thing is then why is Jurgen Klopp so great? Why is Pizzo so great? Why is Pep Guardiola so great? Because their players
Can
make
we
the
leave
right
it on
decisions.
and
Why
leave it on
can't
the field?
Rulani make good players make?
As we were looking at you want to hear the post match?
The post-match,
I
yeah.
want to hear the post match. Well, just to let you know, Daniel Cardozo is the man of the match. Very solid at the back. Got the winning goal. He's just been so
What's the man of the
trustworthy.
match though?
It's just I guess who had the most impact.
But I thought Mango
I
deserved
think
it.
Mango.
No, but Mango's on the losing side.
Yes,
Guys.
by FIFA rules, which it changes league to league. And when we're in FIFA, it is the player that have the most impact in the game and they're giving his team an
advantage, yeah?
The
Yeah.
advantage is Kaizer Chiefs got 3 goals and then he scored a very, very tight penalty in the
Yes,
derby match.
yes.
And that goal, it was the difference between 1 point and 3 points.
Of course.
And of course, in the back as well, they were very good in defense.
Yes, there we go. That makes sense. I mean, you look at it, distance covered, 9 kilometers.
I wonder what.
Look
I,
at
I want to see.
As a central defender, look at his position of playing.
I want to see the distance covered by Kama. Then
You know,
I think you'll.
do you have an affiliation with Kamabida at
no,
coach?
he's my young man.
Yeah, he's a young man. That's right. Oh, you tell him.
I'm gonna be on his
Bruh,
case.
You did it.
Yeah, I'm gonna be on his case.
No, hey? Things aren't well in Orlando.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. I feel sorry for Rulani because
But
it's
you know
not
what?
his fault. And
But you know what? If assuming they made that decision to fire him, who are they going to put?
Exactly, at this time.
Benny's around.
Nah, Benny.
Benny's around. Benny's around.
Benny can maybe come in with the agreement that it's a short-term
Yeah,
contract
but
until the end
until
of
the
the
end of the
season,
season.
to steady the ship.
You tell me Benny wouldn't get better results with these players. Would Benny not get better results with these players?
My question, I'll go back. My question, I'll go back. You see, this is where sometimes I feel sorry for parents. They go and the child gets bad marks at school.
Yeah.
And they feel bad. Like,
I'm not doing.
they fail.
Yeah.
No, your child is not you. Roland told these boys, you don't need the motivation. You're playing against Kaizer Chief. They kick us out of Telecom Cup last week. This week, this is what I expect from you. This is how I'll play. This is how I want. They get the ball inside the box, which is not easy in professional football. And you do nothing with it. How can you tell a professional player who played for Orlando Pirates, the team that won the CAF Champions League, how do you tell a player how to head the ball?
I mean, true. You can't tell a player that. But my thing is that Christopher Bongo.
What did Middledorp did for the penalty for the Cardozo?
Yeah, he didn't do anything. But obviously, there's a mentality he's brought. But there's a mentality he's brought to Kaizer Chiefs.
So you think last season he would have missed it because the coach was not a good coach?
No. I don't know if the coach he would have missed it or not. But one thing's for sure is that Middendorp deserves a lot of credit for how.
Yeah, no,
Yes.
absolutely. Because
But I'm
top
saying
of the log.
now, if we're giving Middendorp credit for changing the mentality and them winning and staying top of the log, Rulani has to get it.
But
like he can't
he has to
hide.
get-
You
yeah.
have, you
He has
can't
to
hide.
take some accountability.
Yeah, you have to take some accountability.
When the game was 2-2, whose fault was it?
Yeah, well, look, I mean, he lifted his players to bring the game back to 2-2.
No. When the game was 2-2, whose fault was it?
It was Marco's fault.
It was?
Marco.
No. 2-2
No.
as in when they
When the
scored.
game was
when they
2-2.
equalized.
Oh, when they scored the second goal.
Yeah. Whose fault? It's not.
Yeah, well, it was a moment of brilliance from Gabadino
Mango,
Mango.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you see,
Yeah.
we go back to a player because the result was good.
But yes,
And the second goal, the free kick, it was the
I
goal-
agree with you.
The
Chris.
goalkeeper was in the bad
players
positioning.
are letting him
No.
down. You're right. The players are letting him down.
now there was
That's
the
basically
players
it.
are letting him down, but also the thing of, like you said, Chris, and like you said, Kamza, that there was an organization with a great analyst that
do you
was
know-
there. They got rid of the analyst because we can't get rid of the whole team.
Yeah, I get that. Do you know the Arsenal Wenger got fired, right?
Yes,
So the new Arsenal coach,
Ona Emery. Yes,
Unai Emery, what they did is they put Arsene Wenger last 15 games, and they put his
it's the
15
first
games.
50
Yeah.
games of the season.
Do you know the stat was almost the same?
Right.
Yeah, the start was almost the
Because
same.
it's the
Yes.
same personnel.
Yes. So I'm saying, who do you blame for that? Who do you
That's what I'm
blame
saying.
for
They
that?
put players.
You blame the players.
Arsenal keep conceding goals not because of a coach.
Wait. I don't want to bring Arsenal into this because I'm a big
I
Arsenal
mean,
fan.
surely
Someone-
coaching has to take some sort of accountability.
Some of the decisions that Unai Emery has made have been bad decisions, guys.
Mind-boggling.
I don't want to take Arsenal into it.
let's
But
not
then
get
back
there.
to here.
But here,
Back to
Middendorp
here.
is a winning coach,
One thing's for
and
sure
the Roland
is,
is a losing coach.
Yeah.
That's the bottom.
That's
line.
the bottom
that's
line.
the bottom line.
That's the bottom line.
That's the bottom line.
And Christopher Bongo, you've been here with us for a very long time. You've analyzed millions and millions of games. What do fans remember? They don't remember we came back from 2
the
down.
good passages of play.
They're good. They remember we
results.
lost
I
to
get
Kaizer
it.
Chiefs
Unfo-
twice.
Unfortunately, that's what my problem always has been. Unfortunately, we have to get in a position where we have to educate those fans. You have to. This was a very good game, very good planning from two coaches. I like the reaction from Middendorp. When he realized that Mango was dominating them, he put Foster out. He brought Parker in to cut the right hand side where the ball was going to Mango.
True.
That is very good. That is coaching. And what happened is you have to look at Roland. What Roland did for him to counterattack that, he brought Mulenga in, which means let's keep put pressure on Kaizer Chief. That is where I always talk about coaching. And bad coaching. Middendorp leaves Kassande, which has a yellow card, in the field and taking Maluleka out. That is bad coaching. So that is the time where I like talking about coaching and not good coaching. When we come to results, I feel sorry for coaches when it's a bad result.
No, of course.
But for me, it is individual responsibility. Kama Billet was bad.
Yeah, he was
So
bad. today.
why the coach left him in? Because the coach was bad.
No, the coach left him because he thought
but
it would
If they lost this game,
Yeah.
yeah.
It would have been like, why keep Kama
why
on the
did you
pitch?
keep Kama
Yeah, why
Billet
did
in the
you
game?
keep- and you would have gotten stick
So
for it.
suddenly he became a good coach because they won. But
Yes.
Kama was a bad player.
Yes. Nobody's
But
a-
Kama was a bad
Yeah, but
player.
you can't,
player was-
okay. You
No,
can't control all the 11
yeah, you
players.
can't. You can't control all
But
the
as a
11
coach,
players.
you can see that
Yeah.
someone's not pulling a shift.
Rulani, from what we can
It looks like he's
see,
angry.
For the first time, I see him angry because I hope he's getting angry because he had a bad decision players and of course the penalty as well.
I mean, it's that whole thing, coach, of when the coach says, what more was I supposed to do? I can't go onto the pitch and score these goals.
Absolutely. I think he's frustrated in the sense that also remember the 2 balls which he done the post 3, actually.
They put Orlando Pirates next 5 fixtures. That is tough. Polokwane City, Baroka, Leopard, Celtic, and Polokwane City again.
No, that's why the next 3 are Limpopo teams, huh? So it's Polokwane City.
So why don't you just go and stay in
it's Black
Toyando?
Leopards.
Don't come back.
Yeah, don't come back, just stay there.
Stay there.
Acclimatize.
Acclimatize. Stay there. Eat ngulube and get strong.
Look, man.
Yeah, no,
look,
it looks like
and here's the bad news I have for you, Rolani. You can shout all you like in these post-match
3
interviews.
points to Chiefs.
These fans gonna be so yes. Then
It's a 0 point.
it's a 0 point. That's the problem.
That's the thing.
But
I you know, Chris, I went to a Soweto derby last season, and Chiefs lost to Pirates. And walking out of that stadium and seeing some Chiefs fans were crying, guys. Some of them were crying. Some of them were like, they can't believe it, how bad it is. And I had to get to the reality of, hey, these fans take this derby a lot more serious than I thought. I mean, it's some people are crying off the fact that they're
crying. You are lucky. Me, people insult my mother, my father,
Exactly.
my children because of the comment I make.
exactly.
And the dogs as well. They insult the dogs.
Exactly.
Yeah,
They insult the dog.
They insult all your life.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if you go on to probably social media right now, it's Rulani probably trending number 1. He's probably trending.
Apparently, he's complaining about the red card, or I'm guessing what he thinks should have been a red card. I'm assuming it's the Kasande incident. Saying that, that I think that's what's making him.
But you know what? I always say this as a coach. Sometimes you feel that decision could have gone other way, but even if Katsande would have got a red card, would that give us an advantage? I'll say yes, it would have given Orlando Pirates an advantage. But for you now to say, listen, this is the reason why we lost the game, I disagree.
No, I think also what's coming into focus with the referees. He's saying that the referees weren't strong enough in terms of certain moments. Just saying,
I mean, they weren't strong enough with the 1 red card, which is true, and everybody will know.
But the ref was not bad.
Outside of that decision, was the referee that bad?
My point is, even with Katsande in the field, they got 4 opportunity to score 4 goals.
Exactly.
Yes.
They did not.
Yes.
Exactly.
They scored those 4 goals, they would have won this game 4-3.
Convincingly, yes.
For
Even
anyone,
more,
for anyone,
Pule missed 2 opportunity that has in tennis we call it unforced error. It was there to score.
Yes.
Nothing. At the end, Mabasa missed an opportunity, give it to the goalkeeper, made the goalkeeper to look good in saving.
Hey, that was no.
For me, look, for anyone who's interested, Rulani is trending at number 3. That's number 1. And guess what? Guess what's the first tweet that you find at the top? Rulani Mukwana must fall. Nobody remembers, but Shame, we played well though.
No, of course.
Shame, he played well.
No, with the short spirits.
Yeah,
They
short
show-
spirits. We
things
came
don't count.
back from 2-0 down. It's no.
My refrain from, I mean, you should be that. You're a fan. You're a big fan.
Yeah, big fan.
So you should have that attitude. But from my position,
Yeah,
and where I look at the game,
Yeah.
I have to be refrained from having,
of course.
that emotional
Yeah.
level.
If Pirates finish, because Pirates
But
right now.
look at them. Look at this.
Look at that. They don't care about. They don't care. They have to go to work.
You know the
they have to go to
Their
work, and
sports bet is thrown out of whack.
You know the danger of
Yeah.
Orlando Pirates supporter, because I experienced it for 12 years. Do you know what the problem here? The next Orlando Pirates game, they won't go.
I think they might
No,
go.
you're right.
No.
No, you're right.
Pirates,
Pirates
they're not
fans-
against the Chiefs.
Yeah,
These are
Pirates
Orlando
fans
Pirates.
are. But most big teams, if you're not winning or doing well, your fans decide not to come to the stadium. So we might see that. But gents, it's all wrapped up. 3 points in the bag for Kaizer Chiefs, doing the
good
double
point.
over
Good point.
Orlando Pirates as far
Also
as
a
the
very
derbies are
good game.
concerned.
It was a very good game.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
for sure.
no, very
5 goals,
And-
great value.
And you said it, 9 goals in 2 local derbies.
Yeah, this man said it was going to be 3-2, and he was right. So well done, Chris. But
Thanks.
thank you very much, guys. That's it. Congratulations to Kaizer Chiefs, to you who've been watching on YouTube and on Twitter. Thank you so much for your contribution and checking us out. We'll be back on Monday for the actual podcast, but I do want to say thank you to Pule. I want to say thank you to Ian. I want to say thank you to Chris and to everybody behind the scenes for making this possible. The derby is done and dusted. Yesterday, Wits lost. It gave Chiefs an opportunity to capitalize. They've done so. 10 points clear over Mamelodi Sundowns, who are in second. They play tomorrow with 2 games in hand still. So it's still going to be a very, very tight affair. But going into the international break, Kaizer Chiefs are atop of the table. So for myself, Gamza Mbata and the team, till we meet again on Monday. Cheers.